Good evening and welcome to Orla Live for Wednesday, the 22nd of October 2025. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'll be joined by Orla, Donohoe now in the next few minutes. We've a lot to talk about, especially about what went on at City West last night. Like I was there for a while, and wow, what transpired was really crazy. Like, you know what I mean? It really was. But this pepper spray, the whole lot. I saw everything what happened, and I got out of there. I thought, I can't be dealing with this. I'm going home. So I just went home. That was it. And it took us hours to get home. Hours to get home. It was a nightmare. But apparently there's people out there again tonight. So fair play to those people. You know, but you seen what the press ran with today. You know what I mean? The press ran with Yobbos did this, Yobbos did that. They got their gotcha moment. Like, I passed by the guard of the van and I said it was someone that was walking with me. I said that was very strategically placed, wasn't it? Look at exactly where it is. And I'm not joking. Within 5 minutes, it was blazing. Yeah. So it was a crazy night, I have to say. It really was. Like, people came from far and wide. Like once, I'm going to be honest with you, people heard what had happened. I was talking to 5 women and a man last night who had never been on a protest before in their lives, ever. And they came up to Dublin from Cavan and another man, and the man, I think, was from Monaghan. And as they were walking away with me, they said they'd never come to another one again after what happened last night and the way the guards and everyone else acted last night. It was just, they said they'd never do it again. So, hey, it was a bit of a mad one, all right. How are you, Orla? How are you, hon?
Well, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah. Please, I missed you, Paul. It's strange that Anthony gets a lot of stick, yet he was the one there last night. Yeah, hey, listen. He was. He gets a stick all the time. I was there last night. We were there last night as well. Like, there was a call for everyone to go there last night, and I went. You know what I mean? And I went to do videos and everything else. And then when I seen the shit show that was happening, I thought, no, this was crazy. The guards were, I'm going to be honest with you, I did do one video and you could see them lying at the back of them, waiting to come out. It was, my take on this whole thing is they let this was leaked to the public and the media, or whatever it was. The media released this too quick. They never do that at all. You know what I mean? Like, look at your man who stabbed the people in Stony Batter. We didn't know who he was for a couple of days. You know what I mean? And he still, you know, we only found out because he had to go to court and the whole lot. But this fella now got an Arab interpreter. You know what I mean? An Arabic interpreter. So we know he's a foreigner. But what would he expect?
Well, they have said he's African. It was on the papers.
What were they expecting? Like, let's be honest. What were they expecting by releasing that? They knew that was going to turn people like really annoyed over this. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm going to be honest. Like, what is it going to take? Is it going to take one of our kids to die, or one of the guards' kids to die, or something to happen? You know, like, we had it 2 years ago. They were just school kids. Jesus, you know. And then we had, she was just out for a jog, you know. And now we have this one here now. It's just a 10-year-old girl. You know what I mean? It's not acceptable anymore. I'm sorry. It's just not acceptable.
But it's not just, Paul. It's not. That 10-year-old girl has been so traumatized. She's never going to recover from that. You don't come back from something like that, you know? And it just, like, we've had children been stabbed. That should have been the line that was drawn. You know, it shouldn't have taken this. Like, as you said yourself, how much more does it take? It shouldn't take any more. They're coming after children. I mean, if you can't protect the most, like we'll say, the most innocent in society, what the hell is the point?
But this is one that we found out about. Like, is this happening on a regular basis? Like, because Tusslet are not fit for purpose. Like, they're renting these kids. They're putting these kids out to the highest bidder. You know what I mean? Like, come on, like, these aren't even vetted. Like, I have a thing there from Suzanne Delaney. I'll read it out in a while.
Sent it on to you, yeah.
But we'll talk. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But like,
how are you, Christine?
You have, we'll say, that little boy that was murdered. Remember, he was only found recently. Was in Donohoe. Then you have Kieran Doran. We've no idea where he is. These children are under Tussle care. Then you had the 14-year-old that went missing and was found a year later in a brothel. Like, what about all the children? Like, Roderick O'Gorman went and deleted files. Like, if we cannot look after the children in this country, what the hell is the point?
I'm going to be honest with you, Orla.
I'm just so sick of
everywhere.
it all.
I got a report last week. Someone rang me last week to tell me that there's 8 kids missing in Carlow from Tussle care.
Hold on. Are they children? There's another question.
I don't know.
Yeah, or are they children with a receding hairline and fully grown beards?
Yeah. Well,
how many missing fellas is up, and they're saying they're 16, 17 years old and they look like they're in their 30s?
Yeah. Good evening, Paul and Orla. The whole thing, unfortunately, was a setup. They got their pictures for the papers this morning. Yes, I called it yesterday. Did I call it or not, Orla? I did call this yesterday. I said what was going to happen. I knew exactly what was going to happen.
But we're going to be at the same thing again over the coming weeks. There'll be no talk about the child anymore apart from us. And it'll all be about the riots and the vandalism and the destruction of property. Like we'll say we'll say what happened up with the Dublin riots over those children. Like, there's no mention about the children that were stabbed. It's all about, well, what happened at the riots, and again, the shops been broken into and this, that, and the other. Like, the reason behind it is forgotten about. And the same thing's going to happen here now, because that's exactly what the mainstream media do.
Well, there was 5 people appeared in court this morning, or whenever it was. There was today, and they named every one of them. There was 6 arrests, and I think I seen a woman being arrested from. She was just standing against the wall, and she was standing with her. She was doing something with her face. She had got hit already by the baton thing. We were a bit away, but I could see her clearly. She walked up that way. She was over that way. She was away from everyone, like, you know what I mean? And she just got smashed. They just moved forward, smashed her, and she was on the ground. And she was pepper sprayed as well, I think. I'm sure she was. I couldn't be 100% sure whether she was pepper sprayed or not, but they were down beside her. And then I seen her, as we were starting to move, they started to move forward, and I could see her getting up and standing at the wall. And then I just seen 2 guards taking her. So I don't know whether she was arrested or not, but she was taken away by 2 guards. So if anyone knows anything, you know what I mean, about this lady, like, she looked to be hurt. You know what I mean? She did look to be hurt. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe they just let her go. I don't know. You know what I mean? But like, she did.
Do you remember the time of the Kulak riots and all that? Do you remember there was video of a man standing against a wall and he was doing absolutely nothing and he ended up being attacked by the guards? Do you remember that? Yeah. That was horrendous.
Yeah, it was. I was there that day. I watched it all.
Hey, John, how are you?
How's everyone? We Irish need military assistance. Yeah, from bleeding America, Michael John. Their own military are gone that far bleeding left. BJ said,
like their speech is saying, this has to be the turning point. The turning point should have been the time the children were stabbed.
Listen, lads and ladies, you know what needs to be done here. You know what I mean? Like, I've been calling for direct action here for a long, long, long time. Unless we shut this place down on a Wednesday afternoon at 12 o'clock and march from the GPO to the Dáil and want them out and shout for them to be brought out or get rid of them, nothing's going to change. Nothing is going to change. We're not getting any media coverage from anybody, and any media coverage we do get is all propaganda. You can see it yourselves. You know what I mean? That's all it is propaganda. Oh, look what they did. Look what they did. Look what he did. No, it's not washing anymore. People can see more and more and more. And it showed you last night. There was thousands there last night. I'd say there was about 4,000, give or take. There was a great crowd there last night, and everything was going good. You know what I mean? And I was standing there, and then I just, pepper spray went. I could smell pepper spray in the air. And then after that, I don't know, there was a few things thrown and what have you. And the guards tried to come in, and I just got out of there. I thought, no. And I got to the top of the road, and that's where I seen that lady. She was across the road, you know. Now, I don't know how old she was or anything. She was just a lady across the road. That's all I seen. But if anyone knows who she is, or if she got home, if you're listening, if you got home safe, let us know. You know what I mean? Because we were hours getting home last night.
I saw a video as well where it looked like an older man was pepper spray, because you could see him
Yeah.
walking along, covering his eyes. And
I was
actually, for a
beside
split
him.
second, I had to really look at it because I actually thought it was the video of your father. Do you remember the time that was done?
Yeah,
I had to.
No,
Oh
I
my
was
God.
standing there. He
Yeah.
walked towards me. I was standing there. He walked. I didn't video anything. I thought there was too much going on. I thought I'm not giving anyone any evidence against anyone here. I thought I'm putting out no videos. No, I went live. I went live for about a minute and 30 seconds, and I thought, no, I'm not staying live, and I just turned off the live. But yeah.
But I couldn't believe it. Like
exactly.
for a split second, I had to look twice because I did think, oh my God, am I watching the wrong video here? Because I thought it was, I was like, is that Paul's father?
Yeah. Philip got his phones confiscated today by the Stasi. We are in a dictatorship, I fear. You're right, Christine. We are. Yeah. And anyone's phone. I'd say, listen, they have software to get into these phones. And anyway, it doesn't matter whether you give them your PIN or not. You know what I mean?
Like, we're all marked. We know that. I mean, I have to go in several times a day and try and edit my Facebook post to get the share button back because they keep removing my share button. You know?
Yeah. Foreign person 6 years in the country can't speak the lingo is very strange. Proves that there is no background checks on any of these scammer Listen, if you can't speak English after a couple of years being here, you're not going to. Let's be honest about it. Tulsa is an absolute farce. Yeah, it is. Yup, it's long past time for cop on. It is long past time for cop on, and people need to stand up and be counted. But listen, if you go up there and you stand outside City West, that's all they're going to keep doing is moving you on under the Section 8. If you don't move, they're going to arrest you. That's another arrest goes into RTE.
What about those men that were at the school only a couple of days beforehand, sitting on the steps drinking, on the school premises?
That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. That's no problem. They're allowed to do that.
But if you were there, Paul, you'd be moved fairly quickly.
Yeah. Should tell you have the Puskas today. Got off with a couple of Mickey Mouse shitty little sentences.
I know.
And there's a young man languishing in prison for 6 years for burning a bleeding car. Come on, lads.
Yeah, I know.
Wake up and smell
because
the
they were
coffee,
receiving online abuse. They covered up. They went to try and cover up a murder. They're complicit in a murder, and the murder of Ashley Murphy. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just how can people not see what's happening in this country? It's just ridiculous.
I'm just going to see if there are any more lives here from City West. Let me see.
Yeah, because I actually sent you on a screenshot in relation to an incident that happened in Sweden, and again like that, unbelievable.
I seen it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, horrendous. I just want to see, can I get this, if this is still live, just to see what's going on out there. Adam Young is his name, so I hope he is still live. No, the live is paused. He'll be back soon. Okay.
If he's not arrested.
Yeah, if he's not arrested.
What do you think the numbers were?
Last night? I'd say about 4,000. I would, yeah. I thought about that, yeah. Because the way I gauged it was, this is just me gauging, it could have been more, I don't know. But down the avenue, like that whole avenue was full. So I'd say there was about 4,000 in that avenue, you know what I mean? From the main road down to where they had it barricaded off. When I got there was only about 50 people there. And then in the space of about 10 minutes, there was about 500. Then a lot of them moved back up to the main gate. And then the whole lot, 2 horses came down, some lads came down on horses. It was like Bladen Buck Rogers, and it was good. Bit of crack, look, you know what I mean? They went to jump the Oaks and they were never going to make it over the Oaks. But then they turned back and headed back. And then that whole place was full. It was full, you know what I mean? So I'd say it was about 4,000 or 5,000 there, yeah, there really was. But then they started pushing people back. And then right down the road. And like I know people had their car parked just around the corner. 1 minute walk around the corner and they could not get to their cars. They had to leave the cars there. Guards wouldn't let them. I saw Keith Woods there last night and 420 audits got arrested also. No way. And Philip Dwyer's phones. Yeah, I seen
Chris,
that today, yeah. I didn't know 420 audits got arrested last night. Yeah, Christine Walsh, 100%. 2 books left to the post on this exactly.
Oh, 2 books left. Jeez, that'd be worth getting. His posts are generally very good.
It's not 3 books.
Well, it's 2 books. Well, yeah, no, it's 3 books left, but I'm assuming that's just a typo. Hold on a minute. See
I didn't see you there, John, last night. But hey, listen, you didn't see me either. So yeah, it was like it was. Do you know what it was like? It was like Newtown Mount Kennedy. That's what it was like. The way they marched through the town then, and with water cannons and everything, it was disgusting. Like, you know what I mean? It really was.
One of the most sensitive videos that I've ever made.
Right. Okay, I'm going to send it over to you. Now, it is $3, so God knows what he'll come out with, but generally he's straight to the point. All right. I just got it over on TikTok. Hold on a second. Right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play this Saggart here for a minute. Right, there's a couple of little videos there, so I'll play them.
Get them out! Get them fucking out! Get them fucking out! Out, out, out! Out, out, out!
Wow.
Come closer! Go on, you dirty smelly racket! You fucking scum!
Come on, big lad! Come on! Come on! Quicker! Come on! Come on! Come on, big lad! Come on! All I'm doing is videoing! All I'm doing is videoing! Come on, spread! All I'm doing is videoing! Shame on you! Shame on you! All I'm doing is videoing! For videoing, lad! Spraying me for videoing! When you go home and lie in your bed tonight, you know the shame you're bringing on yourself. You know the shame you're bringing on yourself.
Orla Sullivan, the rape of a 10-year-old autistic girl is not acceptable. Yet on RTE right now, it's all about the City West riot last night. Lads,
it's exactly the same as Dublin riots.
That's exactly what happened in Killock as well. It wasn't about anything that was happening in Killock. It was about the scumbags and the far right and the this and the that and the... Get a grip, lads, will you? Come on. People are waking up to this, you know what I mean? Like, listen, I know people that have been watching this for the last couple of weeks now, and they're all agreeing with me. Paul, you're bleeding dead right. Yeah, I did think you were mad, but now I'm worried what you were talking about. And these are people who, you know, sort of fell out with me, you know what I mean? But they're back talking to me now, and they know what's going on. They're clued in now, you know.
I remember we really showed videos there recently, just in recent months, of like all men getting off.
Guards stabbed in City West.
In City West, all men.
Is that now? A guard was stabbed, is it? Listen, you don't want anyone being stabbed. Guards or anyone. You don't want anyone being bladed stabbed. You know what I mean? I'm not taking up for them or anything like that, but like these people.
No.
I don't know how they can. I don't know how they can live with themselves and being honest with what they're doing. Like, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they're probably fathers or brothers or sisters. You know what I mean? So, you know. But they should really stand with the people. I'm disgusted with them. Like, I really am. You know, they're really showing their true colours now. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen it over the last few months, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, all in all, it was definitely a setup.
Hey, Joan.
Yeah, Joan. Yeah. All kicking off again now. Holy Jesus, is it? Oh, geez, I hope everyone is all right. Frankfurt School is embedded across various areas of the education, judiciary, and political. Fourth Estate media buddies back in the fifth columnist political class. Martin, which scumbag Kelly both. At Martin, which scumbag Kelly both exactly, to be fair. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Seen about Orla, that little girl is already forgotten about because they got the headlines. Yeah, it's listen, it's true, people. It's true. Lads, we're up to 900 there tonight. Fair play to everyone. Yeah, it's disgusting.
This is what the problem is. It's the same, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's the same thing as the Dublin riots. They were more worried about shops being broken into and things being set on fire than 3 children being stabbed.
Yeah. It's disgusting. But this is what we're living in now. You know what I mean? They're normalising stuff and everything else. I'm gonna read. This was from Suzanne Delaney. Okay.
Suzanne's great.
Yeah, I know. Hang on a minute. I just saved this. Yeah. And I'll try that up. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, don't mind me.
You batter that mouse. Throw
I'm
around the
battering the
place.
mouse. Yeah. Yeah.
Not a real mouse now.
No, it's not a real mouse.
We have
No.
animal activists on now in a few minutes. There's another heading for you now.
Mhm.
Paul, you didn't do the right hand signal.
Oh, stop it, man. Really, that gum shoots. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just
Paul
gonna,
with the knife, Paul the far right, Paul the
yeah.
dangerous is now trying to kill a mouse.
Oh, yeah, Jesus, yeah. But there you go. It's been alleged that a Somalian who stabbed this 17-year-old did so because of violent reaction to the smell of bacon being cooked. Have you heard this? Gardaí initially reported it was a dispute over food. Wow, that is.
Yeah, well, Suzanne sent it
Yeah.
on to me.
Well, I'm going to read what Suzanne has up here now, okay? Ireland is a nightmare. A 17-year-old Ukrainian comes to a safe country to avoid being conscripted to go to the front lines, gets put into state care and is slaughtered over cooking food because it was offensive to the religious sensibilities of a Somali asylum seeker who possibly isn't a child, even though he was in the state care. It is well documented that Tusla, who are meant to take care of children, are knowingly placing adult males posing as children with actual children, even though these adults are obviously years past childhood. Vadim Davidchenko, 17, had no reason to lie about his age, as Ukrainians are granted refugee status automatically. Asylum seekers are pretending to be children in order to prevent being deported. Both victim and perpetrator and two others were being supervised by a single female who received injuries while trying to intervene with the attack. She would have had to stay overnight too, as 24-hour supervision is required. The apartment housing them was called Tusl 1 in the press. However, it was actually an apartment run by Mohammed Beg and Farhan Mirza, two non-nationals who provide unregulated state care for children. Their company has received 41 million from the taxpayer. Many unregulated special emergency arrangements have been inspected by HICWA in the past, and reports have shown abuse, neglect, and isolation are prevalent in some. Reports also found that in many cases, staff are not criminal background checked. Some unregulated SEAs have been found to also be falsifying background checks. Children as young as a few months old are often kept alone in apartments and other locations with one staff member. In other words, young girls and one disabled 12-year-old boy are being targeted by rape gangs, ferried to and from hotels in taxis. Staff are not reporting that this is occurring. Why not? Are they afraid of losing the contracts involved in trafficking? This week, a 10-year-old girl with autism under Tusla's care was able to leave one of these SEAs for hours alone. She was raped by an Arabic-speaking African male in his 20s in the grounds of an IPAS centre. He was meant to have been deported in March 2025. A judge has ordered a fitness report on the accused, indicating a possibility that he could be deemed unfit to stand trial and therefore could receive no punishment. This is no one knows why. No one knows why he was subject to a deportation order, which was like a it's the same as a deportation order. Did he commit other crimes? Tusla described the rape victim as having absconded and said she had behavioural issues, clear victim blaming and passing the buck. Most country leaders, politicians and electoral candidates did not condemn the rape of the child or take any accountability. Instead, riot police were deployed to deal with protesters, the majority of whom were peaceful. I vouch for that. The Gardaí used RUC tactics, providing the crowd, charging at and pepper spraying elderly and women, as well as discharging fireworks into the crowd. Yeah. So they must have been discharging them into us as well. Really, I didn't see that. I was gone at that stage. Some young males threw projectiles and set a police van on fire. Of all the events, the details described above, the most outrage appears to be driven by upset over the last point. How did we get here? Where are we going? I know. Do you? I know exactly where we're going as well, Suzanne. Especially with this. This is normalizing this shit. You know what I mean? That's what this is doing. But that's that kid that was there. And I'm going to say it again.
And he was horrifically stabbed. Did you say
Somalian man, his
eyes
eyes were gouged out. that poor kid's eyes were gouged out by a Somalian teenager, apparently. No. Over the smell of bacon. Could you imagine what happened if one of our kids walked bleeding by eating a bacon sandwich? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, you can't have these people in the country at all. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But thanks to Suzanne Delaney for that. Fair play to Suzanne.
Yes. And give Suzanne a follow. Irish Inquiry, Stephen Kerr. They do fantastic work.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to read this about the Puskas, yeah? We may as well read that, will we?
Okay.
Just we put up there what they got. Judge Biggs outlines mitigating factors for sentencing. Judge Biggs put the headline sentence to upper end and mid-range, starting at 3 years and 4 months for Marek and Lubomir Puska and Lucia Istikova. She sets it for Vera Gazikova at 3 years and 4 months and 3 years for Josefina Grunzova. Judge Biggs takes into account the absence of previous convictions for the defendants that we know about. Have they any previous convictions in their own home country for this sort of shit? You know what I mean? For the lack of previous convictions, the defendants that they've apologised, whoop-de-doo, being compliant, that their own lives were upturned as a consequence of Joseph's actions, and that they've been subject to of online abuse. There's a lady dead, stabbed to death by your bleeding brother and your cousin. Cop on to yourselves. You know what I mean? That's no excuse. I'm sorry. That's no excuse. Lucia Istapova pleaded guilty. She said that has a value. She says they were caught. That's why they pleaded guilty, because they were caught. She says it can be anything from 10 to 33% reduction. In this case, she gives small credit for the trial, which did not waste resources, where most of the issues were determined by formal admissions. Judge Biggs says she takes into account that they all provided information which led to the evidence that convicted them. That report suggests that they're at low risk of reoffending. Yeah, that they all have children and that their children are being impacted. Yeah, they're probably
really. What about Ashley Murphy's family? Would they not impact it? Do they not matter? What about Ryan Casey?
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all about these now. You know, she says she takes into account that a custodial sentence is more difficult for them as foreigners, but flags that they have been living here for over 10 years. She also takes into account that they now all accept the jury verdict and that the family have been isolated from the rest of the Roma. Whatever. That's the end.
Oh, they've been living here for 10 years. Yeah, they weren't contributing, were they? Sitting on the dole.
No.
Getting everything handed to them. Same as himself.
There you have it. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
The resident who didn't go to the protest got out of the area and went shopping. When she returned, she was pepper sprayed and her head split open trying to get to her house.
Oh my God.
Was that the lady that was arrested, was it? I don't know, Christine. But, that says a resident, yeah. Trying to get to her house. Okay, that's not the lady that was arrested. That was just a resident. But if anyone, honestly, if the lady is listening, please contact just to let me know how you are, because it was a good smack you got. Like, I've seen it. Like, blessed be everyone. How are you? Steady, yeah. You're out about yes, but did they notice all the people? Can ask someone notice either Tuesday and a few protesters? There is no support or pity by the Gardaí this time. Yeah. She was released, Paul. Okay. Without charge, like, okay, that's fair enough. But is she okay? You know, that's the thing I'd be worried about, you know. Great seeing Fitzo and Anto out on the front lines last night. Sky News barely touched it, but GB News told the truth. And great footage. Yeah, how are you, Funo? How are you doing, Mike?
Didn't something happen to Ezra as well? Didn't I see?
Ezra got a smack, yeah.
Yeah, he got something as well.
I don't know. I didn't see it. I was gone for that. I seen the video afterwards. Need to get word into prison to get names. Need to get word into prison to get names, yeah. Good evening, Paul and Orla. Good evening, everyone. Kevin Coyle, how are you? Fair play, and thanks to everyone coming last night. 4 or 5 years calling out that hotel being ignored. I was delighted to see that last night. I had the little one with me for a while, then brought her home. Yeah, it was a great night. I have to say, it was a great night till they turned with the pepper spray and the whole lot, like, you know. Evening all.
Hey guys.
Yes, I remember that guy. The guards attacked. Oh my God.
No,
Yeah, that was the man. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the man. Was that was the man against the wall?
The police are to blame for all the destruction. There is not one politician standing in the front line tonight in City West. Not one. Not one. I know. That's right, banging his legs with trunks and three against one. Wow. Siobhan, was she blonde, Paul? Saw a lady from the area on X last night with her head covered in blood. Said she was a local, just tried to get home from the shop and got hit with one of them shields. Wow. Jesus Christ. I think she was a blonde lady, yeah, but she blonde, yeah. She was on X. I must have a look on X just to see. Well, if she's okay, she's okay. But they did say they arrested 6. They made 6 arrests. Yet there was only 5 people in court this morning. I'm wondering why was there only 5 people in court this morning? You know what I mean? Did something happen to this woman, or did they just release her? You know, why would they? You know, why would they say they have 6 arrests and then only roll out 5? You know, or was she someone's sister or someone's brother or someone's auntie or someone's uncle? And you know, I'm joking, but no, I'd just like to know. To be honest with you, all out national strike, days stop going to work. Lads, listen, it has to be done on a Wednesday. This can't be happening on a Saturday anymore, because all you're doing is pissing people off that are working all week to get by, and they're going shopping with their kids, and they're going away on holidays, and they're going here, they're going there. Pick a Wednesday. To all the nationalist leaders there we are, all the nationalist leaders out there. What are we today? The 28th, 29th. Nah, would you not go with the 12th? Yeah, Wednesday the 12th of October. All you nationalist leaders, all you lads that are supposed to have all the people that can call this, all these come on board there and call it. Because I'm sure you'll get the backing of everybody if this is called. You know what I mean? And I think we should all roll in behind something like this. You know what I mean? Instead of this backbiting shit, and I'm not promoting his, and I don't like him, and I don't like, unless we all come together as one, we are not going to get anything done here. So we need to get a 50 or 100,000 people on the street on a Wednesday and shut this place down and march to the Dáil and demand that they go. That's the way this has to be done. These going to the protest of City West, they're just going to bat and charge it. That's what they're going to do. And they're going to keep doing that. And there's nothing else going to be done. So direct action is what we need. We need to be there on a Wednesday, the 12th. Someone pick the day, someone get it sorted, and we'll all roll in behind it. I will, anyway. Please, God. I'm not calling anything else again. I'm just saying, lads, you all get your heads together here on this one. You know what I mean? There's enough groups. There's enough Says No groups. There's enough new political parties. There's enough groups all around the place. Just get your shit together and go out on the one day. That's all we need to do. And that will stop what's going on here now. They will listen then. Thank you for that. Rant over. Sorry.
Well, it wouldn't be Ireland Live or the Irish Column if you didn't have a rant a couple of times, Paul.
Yeah. You're right, Paul. Civil mass disobedience is what it's going to take. But unfortunately, Middle Ireland hasn't got the stomach for it. Yeah, exactly. But this is what I'm saying, Christine. Is it gonna take one of Middle Ireland's kids to get killed or something by one of these people? Is this what it's going to happen? Because we've already have the kids being stabbed. We've already had a child being raped. You know, we've already had a lady being stabbed to death. You know, it's, you know, what is it going to take to wake
and the
these
2
people
gay
up,
men
like, you know?
being beheaded.
Exactly.
Like, that would never.
The
That
guard who
doesn't happen in Ireland.
He looked, John Paul. Yeah, the guard who took Philip's thing. He looked like
Maybe he was Leo in disguise. You never know.
He did look like Leo. Yeah. Okay, why would you do this? You know that's not the solution. What are you talking about now? Is it the direct action or what? I don't know. 2,000 people enter the Dáil at the same time. Simple. Yeah, 2,000. You want at least 20,000 people here to be going there, to be doing anything to make any sort of impact. You saw what the water rates, the water charges protest done. There were 100,000 people out there. And they took notice. That's what needs to happen this time. Everybody needs to come together here now and do this and get it sorted. Because these unity talks aren't working, anything else. Listen, I don't like you, you don't like me. He doesn't like him, he doesn't like him. So what? Get over it. You know what I mean? We're not going to sit down and bleed and sit at a campfire with bleeding marshmallow singing Kumbaya. You know what I mean? That's not going to work. We don't like each other. You know what I mean? We don't trust each other probably. And Who cares? We just need to do this for one day. We all come together for one day. Then you can go your opposite thing. Once we get this over the line, then we can go our separate ways. But we need to come on board. Everybody needs to be together. How many people are staying at the hotel in the West? 2,500 was the thing reported yesterday. Yeah. GB News. Yeah. Hang on there for a minute. GB News. Yeah, I'm actually going to play that. Okay. Did you see the GB News? Did you see that one, Orla?
The clip with Ezra.
Yeah, not Ezra. With Doogie. Doogie, do you know the Doogie? You know the Nordy fella?
I'm not sure. I saw a lot of clips.
Okay. You'll see him here now. I'm going to just share this.
I don't know if I know
I'm
him.
going to make myself a cup of coffee and I'll come back in and we. You know, saw that Kevin Coyle and your man GB News, Doogie B. I'm just going to play that now, folks. So, yeah. I'll play that now.
News reporter Doogie Beattie is
Can you hear that?
Turn it up.
Hotel in Dublin tonight after a man in his 20s was charged in relation to the alleged sexual assault of a 10-year-old
Hang
girl.
on.
According to
I don't know why that's not coming through the thing, but
You can hear it, but it's very low.
okay. Just give me a thumbs up if it's any louder.
News reporter Doogie Beattie is currently at a protest at a migrant hotel in Dublin tonight after a man in his 20s was charged in relation to the alleged sexual assault of a 10-year-old girl. According to reports, the suspect arrived in Ireland 6 years ago, failed an application for international protection in 2024 and has been the subject of a deportation order since March of this year. Doogie, thank you very much for joining us. I'll throw it over to you. Are you safe where you are?
Well, we have just been attacked by the police themselves. We did what we usually do. We get between the lines and then we let the police go past the lines. But the Garda Síochána thought it would be better to pepper spray us and then actually smash in to the camera woman and then smash in to the camera, knocking us to the ground and pepper spraying us through. So it just shows you how much the guards have, and all my time as a reporter doing this in Northern Ireland, I've been in many riots and I have never ever seen the police attack the media. They have done that this evening, as well as another photographer. And if you're watching those pictures, you can see the constable making the conscious decision. He looks at me and then comes forward and openly attacks us. So now we're actually at a front line. You can actually just see behind us there, I don't know if you can actually see it, that is a line of Garda Síochána fully in riot gear, and just up to the right-hand side of me, probably 10 yards, is a line of rioters. This has really kicked off in Dublin tonight. There was about 2,000 people here. There's a police vehicle has been burned, water cannon is out, and the TSG themselves are having a hard time putting this down. The people of Ireland at this stage have said, no more, we want rid of these immigrants that are here. And of course, this is a presidential election weekend in Ireland. On Friday, the people here go to the polls to choose a new president for Ireland. This is not a good look for them at this minute in time, and it's definitely not a good look if the police service of the Republic of Ireland decide to openly attack the media.
And Doogie, just to clarify, then we all saw that footage. I'm hoping that we might be able to play that again of a police officer with a riot shield in his hands, weighing you up basically, and then deciding. Did he connect with you in the face?
Yes, he did. He pushed the camera clean into my face. That was only after his colleague had managed to push the person that was using the camera in the first place into a metal fence. We did. The media, our back watcher was in there. He also identified us as the media, and they continued to go on ahead. They pepper sprayed us and then attacked us, openly assaulted us in the street as we were trying to report on what was going on. It is the first time ever. Either these officers are very young because they just assaulted somebody, or they do not want this story to get out. One of the two in that is going on at this minute in time. And I mean, there's a woman just walking past me here. She must be in her 50s. She's just been pepper sprayed at the front of this lane. I believe she lives in this area.
Doogie, that's exactly what I was about to ask you, mate. I wasn't sure if you managed to see that because it was going on behind you, but there was a lady who was walking just behind you there, dabbing her eye. So, and is that the reason why you've got these goggles on, is it? The police have been pepper spraying people who've been out protesting about this migrant hotel?
Yes, I'm too long at this not to come out with a set of pepper spray goggles on me, because when they start doing this, they pepper spray the crowd, and then they're going in very heavily handed with batons and riot shields, water cannon, and then the crowd fought back at them, and actually one of the police vehicles behind is burned. It's on fire, and there's about 2,000 more rioters that are now on the streets on the other side of this village, and the police are trying to deal with them. They have pushed them all back into this area here, and as you can see, ironically, I'm actually safer on the side of the rioters than I am with the police if you're watching them other clips. And as I say, I may give the police service of the Republic of Ireland the benefit of the doubt, but we clearly identified ourselves. We're clearly identified here. We're well branded. Our backwatcher actually told them media, and then said female media, and they still continued to attack us from the Garda Síochána. So they really want to try and put this down over this weekend, because it is an election weekend for the Republic of Ireland, and this has been playing very, very heavily in the Republic of Ireland. There's been a huge movement over the last 36 months against immigration. I mean, where we're sitting, this is a beautiful area. This City West Hotel was bought by the government to be put in an iPass centre. It's one of the most beautiful hotels in the Republic of Ireland. They turned it into an iPass centre, and there's about 2,000 young refugees in that area. And when this 10-year-old girl, the allegations of sexual assault came out, well, everything, well, you can see what's happened. I mean, this is surreal, Patrick. I'm standing here. Up this side of me here, there's probably, and I don't want to turn the camera around on them, is probably, I would say, 300 or 400 youths. And down here is the police service. And there is lovely pillars and all here. This is a very salubrious area. And now what we have is rioters going into this area, being pushed in by the police trying to clear this junction.
No, I didn't say that. You're muted.
Sorry, just as well you were there, they've been talking all night. People are starting to give their full support to the protesters. No ifs and no buts. The Irish public included, which is most important. We have reached the next stage of desperation. Well, people need, as I said, people need to get out, direct action. There's no more of this shite marching from leading up the hill and down the hill. And yeah, you were both causing more harm than good. Thanks very much for that, Nick. Fair play to you. Causing more harm for what? For calling for direct action? Leave it out, Nick, will you? You know, if you're not going to be positive, negativity is not good in here, Nick. Yes, Orla, I seen that man. I thought it was Paul's dad again. Yeah, yeah. He was very like me dad, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking the same, Orla. Faces of all rioters are being shown. Of the 5 men charged with rioting last night, yet the face of the man that raped the young girl, nothing. RTE are a paid-up government propaganda machine to protect iPass. Unbelievable. Yes, they sure are. Listen, we know. John Paul Williams, how is lads? La la la. Just heard guard stabbed in City West. Jesus Christ, that's all we need. What's the solution? The solution, I don't know, Nick. I don't know, Nick. But I think one part of the solution will be to get everyone on the streets on a day that everyone is in work, that we can take the day off work and the doll is actually sitting. It's no good going up and shouting at bleeding empty windows. You know what I mean? Or going up and trying to take people out with empty windows. So that'd be my solution, Nick. Just heard the guard was stabbed. Okay, Blessington says no. How many TDs came out today to say how bad it was burning out a Garda van, and how many came out to condemn what happened to that poor little girl? Says it all. Yes, it does.
Well, Paddy Tobin was out.
Yeah. What did Paddy say?
He was talking about the little girl.
Oh, he did the other day. I did hear Paddy.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, he did. And he was talking as well about the deportation as well, because again, this man should have been deported and he wasn't. How many more like him that should have been deported and they're not? Like, this is another serious issue.
It's true. It is true. Yeah, I'm just going to go through a few more of these. No language problem, yet they claim the benefits. Yeah,
exactly. and able to get free legal aid and everything.
Allow Satan's religion to enter, then welcome to hell to come to Ireland. Yeah. John Malloy, watching lives. It's manic at the moment.
God.
Send me on the live there. I have no lives here. If I had a live, I'd be watching it. Has Adam gone live again?
So.
No. Yes, yeah. Hold on there.
Need to work out. Oh, thank you. I know. I think I've also been trying.
Okay, where is he? It says he's live.
The first time, the other day, I did the split for the first time since I used to do gymnastics.
No way.
I'm so proud of myself because
No.
Do you know who's live?
Adam Young is his name. No, it says the live is ended, but the live is actually on here. Okay.
I spent, I think, about 30 minutes stretching before and after I hit my workout.
Just look to see who's live. I'm just looking at the live here, but it's not saying. I think that's Tinker. I'm not sure. But it's not showing me anything on it. It's not showing me any
See, it could be just random people or something like that. Do you know what I mean? That you wouldn't know.
yeah.
Right, the vibration.
Yeah, no, there's no, I'm not seeing any lives.
Do you want to
I
put up
don't think so,
the $3 and see what he has to say?
Did you send it over to me? Hang on.
Yes, I did,
you
yeah. It's the last thing.
$3.
So this is
No, I haven't seen it, so don't blame me.
So this is probably.
Okay, I haven't seen it either, so
But anyway, look.
I am going to blame you because you sent it over to me. What?
I said, look, he normally calls things as they are.
Okay, well, and he's funny too. Just give me a thumbs up, you can hear it.
One of the most sensitive videos that I've ever made, but one I feel like I must make. And as always with these type of videos, constructive and healthy debate is both welcomed and encouraged. But the condition that I suffer from that I've talked to before about, called I could not give two Connemara fucks for the opinion of trolls and utter gobshites in the comments, has not got any better over the last couple of years, and I won't be tolerating it against myself or indeed anyone else that wants to constructively add to the debate in the comments. Firstly, how does an asylum seeker whose visa was denied last year and should have been deported out of the country in March of this year be allowed to stay in the country and perpetrate such an act as to sexually assault a 10-year-old girl? I can't even say the R word, and my video would get flagged and taken down. That's how bad things are. But how does he get to do such an act when he should have been out of the country? It didn't matter if the girl was Irish or wherever she was from. This man should not have been in the country. If that was any other country that your visa was denied, you would be deported that quickly that you would meet yourself coming back on the plane. But it goes a little something like this in this country. Well, Mr. Abracababra, your visa's been denied for probably a very good reason, but sure, stay around anyway. Stick around and see what the crack is. And take in the sights and head down to Cliffsmore there for yourself maybe. And here's a couple of Supermax vouchers for yourself. Keep yourself fed. And sure, even sign on the door there. Grab a few pounds for yourself. And whenever you feel like it, then you might head back to Buckfuck Knows Where stand, the old self-deportation job. On you go, good time, of course. There's no panic. As long as we get to tick our boxes, everything is kosher and we'll see what happens. Well, this is what happens. And it will continue to happen as long as these people are being brought into the country by a systematic failure of government, by the way, which you would be forgiven for thinking want all this organised confusion. They want this so that we don't talk about that. Do not forget that. Do not give them the satisfaction of giving them this. This is what they want. They have created this toxic environment where me and you are arguing. We're arguing with our neighbours. We're arguing with some of the brilliant immigrants that have came into this country that are being painted with the same brush as these people. From doctors to nurses to taxi drivers to chefs to carers, you name it. They're being painted with the same brush as these type of people who they're bringing in and giving everything bar a pair of work boots. Just remember that this is the problem of a systematic failure of government. You can't blame a bird for flying. These are the people that they're bringing in for whatever reason I do not know yet, to create absolute mayhem. They want to create a big, massive problem so that eventually they will give you the solution. Do not give them the match to light the gas of the toxic platform and cauldron that they have made. And they have the state-funded media to make sure that you see all of this and very little of the reason it's happening. This is the reason it is happening. We as Irish citizens born in Ireland and people that have came into this country have a constitutional right to feel safe in this country. The people that add constructively and healthily to Irish society. We have a constitutional right to feel safe and our families in this country. And that's not happening. But yet the media will fill you with this. They want all this. And they'll fill you with pointless antidotes of the Irish presidential election where Big Bird and Humpus Dumpus like crumbs just want to make up a slice of bread. It's all smoke and mirrors for what's really going on. The most important thing is that we live in a society that we feel safe in. A utopia will never happen. That's just the way the world is. But we want the safest country. We deserve the safest country that we can get. Do not forget that, and do not forget where the real blame lies here. So don't give them the match for this. Protest, of course, all you want. Keep it peaceful. I plead with you on that. This is playing in to their hands. Just remember, money talks, but very rarely tells the truth.
Hitting the nail on the head as always.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody just sent me in there.
Like, this is exactly what they want. Then they'll turn around and start saying, we're going to need more surveillance. We're going to need facial recognition. Ooh, and I think we're going to need a digital ID. And that's what's coming.
Yeah. It's exactly what's coming. I'm just going to play this 420 audits one here. All right, for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, this was just sent in to me there, so I'm just going to play this. Thanks for sending that in to me. Someone else said he sent me in a Fox News article. I haven't seen that yet.
I actually don't even know who 420 audits is. I recognise the name. I think I've seen it on X, but I don't know who they are.
Yeah, he's no share sound.
Oh, he's a man, right? Okay.
Okay, I'm going to play this. Tell me if the sound, please.
Cameraman, you're not live here. Every one of you. Take that button and have it in your face. The camera's on you. You keep hitting me. See you swinging that button. You'll all be fucking watched, every one of you. Yeah, watch out. So we're up the middle of the village here, lads. See the guards are trying to shut down the whole village here. Independent cameraman.
You're trespassing.
Has somebody made a complaint?
This is trespassing.
Has somebody made a complaint?
No, but you are trespassing.
Well, hang on, whoa!
Right, you're under arrest.
Ah!
What are you doing, man? Come on! You're a fucking boy.
Ah! 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 Get out!
Stop resisting. That's who 420 audits is. That was him that got arrested last night. He was done last night. But did you hear them hitting with the battens?
I just.
Did you hear the battens hitting them? Did you hear the battens hitting them?
Yeah.
Lads, what?
Yeah. No, this, as I said, I spend so little time over an X. I literally go over, get a news article and back. And that's it. Yeah. So there's a lot of people I wouldn't know, you know.
Lads, we've hit 1200 there now, please. And do you know something? I haven't even, I'm going to have to put it out now. Look. We can watch live and comment on X for an hour nearly in. At
1200, that's brilliant. Now, while we're at it,
1200.
Friday, yeah, that's what I said, 1200. Friday, spoil your vote. Make sure everyone spoils the vote. We need people out in numbers. So for each box, put an X. And if you want to write something, you can write Maria Steen, Nick Delahanty, Mickey Mouse, Bosco, doesn't matter.
Irish column. The Irish
Irish
column.
column.
Ireland Live. Yeah.
Paul Fitzsimons. The women love him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd love
it. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
take a photograph.
It'd be great.
Hey, Chris Ward and Kevin, write that, will you?
Yeah. Like, lads, you can get us there on, you can get us on the Irish channel, www.theirishchannel.com/live. And we have been talking about.
It will be really interesting to see how Friday goes and what are the numbers. Will they give us the accurate numbers of the spoiled vote?
Will I do me? Will I do me hand signals? No, I'm only joking.
You did them all earlier on, like
I was going to do the Catherine Connolly stuff here. You know, 50's a Mason. 50's a Mason.
Yeah, Paul. Is that not the wrong way around?
It is, yeah.
That's supposed to be upside down.
Laugh. Yeah, it is, yeah. But you do it the right way around. You think they know who you are, then, you know.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, as I said, you can watch live and comment on on X at FitzyDub, Anthony L. Casey, Ruggermove 27, Ireland Force 23, and on YouTube at the Irish Column. Like, share, subscribe at the Irish Column there, please, if you can. At the Heron on Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons, and you'll always get us on www.theirishchannel.com/live at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday and a Sunday. We're always there on that channel.
Actually thinking, Paul, like, you don't need security when you go to any of these things.
Why?
You just have like this whole circle of a wall of women all around you, just minding
it. Yeah. I talked to a few women last night. A few women did come over and talk to me last night. Yeah. Not in the way you're thinking, but not in the way you're thinking. You can buy us a coffee then as well, people, if you can, if you want to. It helps us a lot. It does, because
it does, because we do this for free.
Yeah, and it's not cheap to run either. So yeah.
Do you want to put up? It's the one about the Sweden girl. Just while we're on this kind of subject, and what happened to her. This was horrendous. I happened to just see this on X today.
Oh, Liverpool are 5-1 up. Happy days. Boom.
Oh, woohoo.
Yeah. Now, someone said they sent me in a Fox News thing, but I haven't received anything, to be honest with you. So if you could send it in to me again, it would be much appreciated. Must be something about Ireland. Up north in the Troubles, they stopped the British Army with balloons full of waste oil and paint. Yeah, that's to go on their visors. It was for their visors. Because down on the visors, they can't see anything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how they do it, yeah. As soon as someone starts buying paint or bleeding oil or whatever now, there'll be red flags everywhere, you know. Yeah. Get it up, Paul. Get it up. I know.
I'm never going to live this down.
You're seeing 310 people watching online, Michael. We have people watching on 5 different platforms. Yeah, we 5 different platforms. They're going out on the internet at www.theirishchannel.com/live or live on that.
And I'm watching him on the telly. What's that? So what did
Father Jack say?
Who let that gobshite on the telly?
Who let that gobshite on the telly, yeah. But yeah, we're on YouTube, we're also on X, and we're also going out live on Facebook. So we're up to 12 now at the minute. So thanks to everyone. Keep going. Good evening, Paulo. Orla, beautiful papers in the chat. They left a local mother and her young baby daughter in the freezing cold last night. They only lived yards down the road. Filth. It's disgusting. Like, it is disgusting. And I know a girl.
Residents were right to go home.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. Angel. They said it, Mary Rose. They said a trap for the protesters last night, and the protesters walked right into it. They want them to riot. They should have learned from the Dublin riot. We have to learn to protest smarter. I agree with you. I do agree with you. They did set the trap, and the trap was... They laid the trap. Yeah. Yeah. God bless you, Ferg. Yeah. God bless John Paul Williams. And Orla, you're right. Look how the Gardaí strategically placed the Garda van, a new van, knowing it was getting climate change. Exactly, John Paul. I said it. I walked past it, and I said, it's gone down 300 now on my screen. Show YouTube, you're up to games. Yeah, they probably are. I don't know. But no, I'm still looking at 12:06. Okay. No trust in the guards for sure. Nobody has any more, mate. Nobody has any trust in the guards. Make bacon great again. Blessed be the bacon. Yeah. Only 293 are getting different numbers. Yeah, okay, well, no problem. I don't know where you're getting all the numbers from. Go on to Twitter, go on to Facebook, and you'll see who's watching what. All right, Chris. Yes, everyone's cool. Yes, Tulsa has connections to the Middle East. How did the illegals get access to money and contracts? Because there's NGOs bringing. Like, these fellas aren't just coming on a bleeding plane. These fellas are being brought with the best of gear on them, phones and the whole lot. Like, you know what I mean? You see them opening up their little packages when they land and getting their phones. And come on, this is a big
Robert
operation.
invited them over in all different languages and told them.
Yeah, but don't even mind them.
Remember that?
I wouldn't even mind them.
Yeah.
I remember it. Yeah, I remember it well.
What was it? Front door accommodation. There you go. 4 months.
Yeah.
Never mind all the people that's on the waiting list for housing for maybe 12, 14 years. Never mind about them.
Yeah, what? There needs to be an immediate inquiry into that. Yeah, but like, listen, these people are coming in. This is down to George Soros and big NGOs, the Open Foundation and the NGOs. And the UN. The UN are part of this as well. Don't make no mistake on this, you know. You look at the UN depopulation, not the depopulation, the UN, what is it, the thing agenda for 2030 or whatever, and it tells you the whole lot. There's migrants coming in, there's this coming in, and government needs to get their priorities right and look after our Irish people, but they're not. They need to be dragged out by the ears.
It don't matter.
They regard us Irish as cretins. Yet they do.
Remember?
With all children under 18, I'm nearly sure there has to be 2 adults there for safety and for minors. Yeah, I think so as well. Hi, Paul and Orla. You're not coming through Facebook and Twitter. Well, I can tell you we are.
I have it up on my page, on the Irish Column page. Facebook. They're up.
They're up, Bob. I have it up. Don't worry, it's up. TikTok. I know TikTok.
Wait till Saturday night. This is what I'll have to listen to Saturday night.
Maybe all right. Yeah, it's on live there now. Hang on. Yeah. I'm looking at myself there on face on Twitter, lads. Come on, stop. You're winding me up. Stop. Well, I can see. I have the control panel here in front of me, so I can see everything. Like, you know, yeah. There's loads up there. But not coming through on Facebook and Twitter. Well, we are. Probably not just yours. You're probably blocked. Wide open borders. Communist plot against the West. KGB agent explains. Yeah. How is it even possible to stab someone 100 times? Yeah, I agree with you. Like, that's a frenzied attack. That's what's called a frenzied attack. You know? Yeah. Alan, it's all about being ready like the Garda. And the Garda looking in, fuck off, we really get ready. Yeah. And for Garda looking in, fuck off. There's Garda watching this. There's Garda watching everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, I missed a few, so if you're offended with bacon sandwich, I'm missing bleeding loads. Yeah. Okay, what's that saying? All out national strike days are coming all across Europe. Yes. Tim Poolcast's podcast today is calling out Sinn Féin and telling us we are fucked. Yeah. They use the strongest pepper sprays. When I was talking, I seen it last night. It was all over somebody's face, and she was wearing glasses, but it was all here. It was like orange. Oh, it was horrendous.
God.
Horrendous. Yeah, 420 odd. It's got arrested last night. No, we just played the video there. Yeah, fair play. We need to gather outside Garda stations around the country and arrest them. Get the legal documents done and do the government at 2. Maybe Tracy and Anthony, etc. on legal teams could help. Maybe. But we have inalienable rights, people, that guards or nobody else can take away from us. You know what I mean? And if we start using our inalienable rights, like they're given to us by God, they're not given to us by anyone else but God. So that's where we need to be going, people. You know what I mean? Look, I have a friend of mine, Mark, is going to talk about it. I'm going to bring him on to talk about it here. Maybe next week. I was actually talking to him yesterday, but I'll do it next week with him. I might do an hour show with him just on my own. You know what I mean? On Tuesday night, maybe. You know, we'll see.
Right.
Kevin Coyle, the woman you're talking about, the bloke went shopping and brought her dog for a walk, and was walking home and got trampled on. Jesus Christ. Is she all right? I think she was arrested, I think, Kevin. The woman I saw got arrested was marched away by 2 guards. Seriously, she was taken away by 2 guards back inside. I seen that. I seen that happening, you know? Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Do you want to put up that thing on Sweden? And then I have another video that's after been sent over by Martin.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just doing something. Oh, sorry. I'm not really good at typing. I use the fingers. I don't use the 5-1, Paul. Thanks very much. Thanks. Poor woman trying to get to our house after shopping. Disgraceful. Hope the woman is okay. So do I. Yeah. Just hang on there. Let me see. Din, 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 din. Din, din, din. Hold on there. Okay, I just want to. I'm going to play this here. This was just sent in to me. Yeah. Just bear with me there. This is a lady who. This must have been the lady who was. Yeah. Just let me play this. Yeah. Local lady gets caught up in Saggart City West after the rape of a 10-year-old child. Okay, let's just play this.
I live here in the area. I left because I knew the protesters and I go down and do a bit of shopping. Coming down was starting. So we walked down to City West and I was walking on with me, right? So it was done. I was coming back up and there was a row of guard with their shields up. Now they knew who I was. I said, I just want to go home. Can you just let me through? They said, no, stand back, stand back. But I said, look, you know who I am. I just want to go home. I left the area. I wouldn't have brought me dogs down. I went shopping. There's me shopping. I just want to go shopping. £1,200 with a phone down there in the ground. I said, I just want to go home. With that, they ran our shields with me, trampled over me.
And you have blood coming out of your hair?
Yeah, look at yeah, there's all busted there.
What happened?
They ran at me with shields and trampled all over me. I stood like that. I went unconscious for a couple. My poor dog was trampled on.
And why did you come down to the protest?
I didn't. I went shopping in City West while it was going on to get out of the area. And I was told it was done and was coming back up. And they knew me. They know I live here. They know I live in the village. The pepper sprayed me first and then ran at me with fucking buttons. And I'm living here 16 years.
Well, I hope you can get some medical attention.
All right, listen, thanks very much.
Oh, God. You're muted.
I said, sorry, that's horrific. Like, that woman, I hope she's okay. I really do hope she's okay. Her head is busted and everything, like, you know?
Yeah.
But this is what's happening. This is what's happening. How many, can I just ask anyone, have you seen any young fellas or anything being arrested or any, like they tried to say that the people came from all around the country, that they weren't from City West. Yet 3 of the men are from Rathcoole. You know what I mean? Another one is from Greystones. Okay, I know that's a bit away, but Rathcoole is not that far away, like, you know what I mean? So they were locals. They weren't yobbos from other housing estates. These were actually local men, you know what I mean? So it's just not working out for them, I'm being honest with you. That you shut down the camp on the roads and block it, yeah. Have a beer and bacon test, and if the migrants don't like either, then Ireland is not for you. They released the woman without charge, Paul. Okay. Why did they release her without charge? Okay, maybe she didn't do anything, or maybe... Oh, that's not the woman, is it? Was that the woman? I don't think that was the woman there. I don't know.
No, I would say so.
Worst phone taken today. That girl who was hurt is still in hospital. Okay. Okay. Is that the woman I seen? Is that... No, surely not. Was Philip the phone?
No, the girl that was hurt, yes. It's probably that woman, is it?
I don't know. Herman Kelly is on TV here in USA talking about immigration. Fox News talking about Dublin protests. Never heard of Kelly. Yeah, well, unfortunately, he's the man who gets the media coverage. Yeah, is he on Fox News? Jeez, he's had to move it up in the world. It was One America the last time. Owen O'Sullivan, Gardaí are now moving protesters away from City West entrance right now. If they don't leave, they will be arrested right now. Peaceful protesters are illegal now, apparently. Yes, they are. Right, Orla, you wanted me to play? Just bear with me.
No, I want you to put up the screenshot of that girl first of all.
Yes,
the one where it says this is Sweden, because it's along what happened with the Puska's family. So this is happening everywhere.
I've seen that, yeah.
Not just, it's not just here.
I know. Let me just share this. It's happening all around the world.
Yeah.
So I'm just I'll read this now. Put her up there now. Read more. This is Swedish Maya, 16-year-old, who was attacked and raped by Eritrean Mohammed when she was on her way home from work. He was not sentenced to deportation because the rape didn't last long enough. Oh my God. You think it's a bizarre joke, but this is the court system in Sweden. Immigrants commit the most awful crimes, yet it's not enough to deport them. Wow. That's horrendous, isn't it?
Did you ever hear the like of it? Because it didn't last long enough. Like, what in God's creation was that judge thinking? Like, absolutely disgusting. Disgusting.
Oh.
16 years old. That's her life ruined.
Yeah, that's if someone's just putting in there. Enoch Burke did more time for refusing to acknowledge the Edem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Sixth man is Polish. He is saying he was just going home on his bike from work. Judge said there is no evidence or video of him. The sixth man there was a Polish man there today. I did see a Polish fella there today. His name was mentioned. So,
And actually, up above that is a news report on Kerry, a holiday home and attempted murder by a Ukrainian.
Kerry.
Yeah, it's above where that picture of the girl was. He'd probably get off with a slap in the wrist as well.
Oh, look at this shit. This is like it's like honestly, guys, it's like as though the Irish criminal has gone for a big Kit Kat.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you know what I mean?
I know.
It's ridiculous, like. This is what we have here now. Look. Ukrainian man pleads guilty to attempted murder at Kerry holiday homes. This was from today. This was from yesterday or Monday. Mr. Shrikotenko, Harry Shrikotenko admitted one count of attempting to murder Victoria Pavienko in a holiday home on January 13, 2024. Shirichenko was also previously charged with assault causing serious harm, false imprisonment, and producing a knife during the course of the dispute arising out of the same incident. Ukrainian, it's all foreign crime, guys. I swear to God, it really is.
And then if you'd like to put up towards the bottom, you'll see a post from me because I got a report in from Kilkenny this evening.
Kilkenny, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Is this from the family member?
No, it's my post. We'll play the family member now in a second.
Okay. Let me just see your post and we'll put it up here. And we'll share the show you over. Yeah, let's do the shared bit. Okay, so hold on. A report has came into you, Orla. Can you read that, Orla, or do you know what's in it? Or will I read it? I'll read it.
All right, okay.
A report has came into Orla of an incident that occurred in Ossory Bridge in Kilkenny City. A foreign man approached a couple of schoolgirls from Loretta College and asked them to come off with him for sex. It was seemingly recorded and added to Facebook, but must have been removed. Please ask your daughters walking home from school just to be careful in case they are approached again. If I get any information, I will let you know. I hope this incident was reported to the guards. Well, here is Loretto Convent. This is from the
So,
convent.
yes,
This is-
so I got the report in from one of the lads, and he said there was a video and it was put up on Facebook, but it was, for some reason, it was taken down, so we haven't got it. And then when I put it up, one of the guys actually messaged me and sent this to me and said that must be the same report. Sure, it's saying Loretto.
So what's it saying? Dear parents or guardians, we want to make you aware that this morning, before school started, a man approached one of our pupils in the churchyard. The pupil acted appropriately and is safe. And the matter has been reported to the relevant authorities. As a reminder, the school gates do not open until 9 a.m. each day. Please ensure that children do not arrive before this time, as staff supervision begins only once the gates are open. We appreciate your continued support. Surely they don't open the gates till 9 o'clock. Come on.
Yes, so you see, it depends on the school.
Jesus.
See, some schools might be starting at 9:30.
Yeah, okay.
You know, but I'm assuming that is the same. I mean, the surely to God couldn't be two incidents within the space of a couple of days of each other. So I'm assuming it's the same.
Yeah.
Same incident.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know?
What's this saying here? Before YouTube went woke, I watched 2 trucks loaded with young lads and teens and 20 shot in Syria. They had to queue up to be shot. They are here now, the same killers. Yes, and people just don't see that. The water charges thing was a long time ago. Both the left and right resisted. There has been a huge divide since then.
Sure, that's done on purpose, you know?
Yeah. I'm missing loads.
Actually, the guy just messaged me. He said, sorry, my mistake. Hold on. Did he say Desert Bridge? So obviously the location wasn't exactly accurate. But look, it's Kilkenny City, so...
Yeah.
You know, Martin sent in a video there. It says family member of the 10-year-old girl.
Yes, I see it there. I'm going to download that there now and I'll play it. Wow.
Which we've seen all the bus loads of men, you know, getting off these buses outside, we'll say the likes of City West and all that. And they're all 20s, 30s, 40s. I mean, where do you see any men that are in their 60s, 70s, 80s? You don't see any of those men. They're all young men.
Oh, he was a crook, but this current crop make him look decent. Yeah,
Listen, we had nothing with him.
Oh my God, yeah. Jesus, there's millions of these coming in. I'm missing loads of these. Way behind on them. 10, 16, what are we now? Yeah, that's it. We're up to there now. Okay. I'm going to play this. This is from a relation of the 10-year-old child who was attacked. Okay.
Hey everybody. I don't even know where to start with this. I seen my brother posted a video in regards to this, and he's been very brave in what he spoke about, and we're all very proud, and I just feel that I need to say something, given the fact I have a little bit of a following on social media. Not that I'm anything big or special, but this has now affected my family, and I'm trying really hard not to get upset. I haven't slept the whole night, so I look steak. But the little girl who was sexually assaulted in Tala a few days ago. That was my family. She's had a very, very hard life and a really hard upbringing. And out of anybody in this world, she deserved for the people in power in Ireland to look after her and get her the help that she needed. and to protect her. And what she's after getting now is what was remaining of her innocence stripped away. She's only 10. She's only 10. What type of world are we living in? My brother said it very well. This is nothing to do with racism. This is nothing to do with discrimination. If people need to come to our country for help and they need to be safe, and they're asylum seekers, and they genuinely need help, come in. But the mass amount of grown men, not even children, not women, not the elderly, men coming in unvetted, unchecked, who are doing this to little girls. My brother put it a lot more eloquently than I did in his video, so I'm sorry. I am a mess. But this is real, the emotions are real. Like, she's been failed, the government's failed her. Tulsa has failed her. Severely failed her. Yeah. Just people who have cared and shown their support for the little girl in question. I'm not going to speak about her or what she's going through or anything like that. I'm sure everyone could imagine. Thank you. I've seen it. I've reshared everything I've seen on social media, on my TikTok, for people speaking out and talking about this. I'm not expecting people to share this or agree with everything I've said necessarily, but the truth's the truth. The truth's the truth. Like, we're letting undocked, unvetted, grown men, like, not even families, not even women, not the elderly, not kids who need safety. Grown men are coming into our country undocked, unvetted, and doing this to our people, doing this to our little girls, our women, like our men. We all need to wake up, because it could be one of your family next. That's all I wanted to say.
You're muted.
Oh, probably just as well. Yeah, no, it's true what you're saying. It could be anyone's child next. This is the fear. Like, I do sit outside here. You can look out the window. If I sit outside, just watch it, and you just watch the world go by. You know what I mean? And the women used to be running by you here in their ones. You know what I mean? A couple of weeks ago, and I'd say in the last 6 weeks, if you see one woman on her own, it's very, very rare. There's usually 2s, 3s, or 4s. You know. Just give me a second there. You talk there a minute.
I don't know what there is no words for this. Absolutely no words. That's absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, no child is going to recover from something like that. No woman recovers from something like that. It's just absolutely horrendous, and the government just don't give a rat's arse. And people are just standing back and doing nothing about it. And all it takes is for enough of us to stand up and say no. I always say this over and over again. No, no, no. No to lockdowns. No to the masks. No to the shots. No to the digital ID. No to everything. That's all that needed to be done. And compliance is the worst thing that can possibly happen. This is why we're in the situation we're in, because men are coming over here unvetted, no checks done, false documentation, everything handed to them, and they're just let away with it. Like, you know, I'm just saying, Paul, I'm always saying, how many times do I always say, you know, we need to stand up, we need to say no. Like look at those children that were stabbed. Like, you don't recover from something like that. It doesn't matter how much therapy you get. That young child is never going to recover from what was done to her. You were abused by a man. You don't recover from it. Yeah. It is always going to be there.
Sickening. Really is. I'm just sort of getting 2 videos there now. Hang on. From City West. They're just pulling them down, so just give us a minute. Yeah, if that happens to a child,
you don't recover from it. I'm telling you now, you don't.
It doesn't bear thinking about. I'm being honest with you. It doesn't bear thinking about. Doesn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm
And
not even
where's,
gonna say it.
you know, like you have some decent men out there. Where's the rest of them? What are they doing?
Watching football.
Watching
They have
football.
an easy life.
Yeah.
Have
Going
an
to the
easy
pub.
life. My
Wait
team
till
were
it
playing
hits, wait
tonight
till it
there.
hits
Now
their
I'm in
sister.
here doing this.
Yeah, or their daughter, or their mother, you know, or their child. Like, what's that daughter? Sorry.
Well, it shouldn't have to take that. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't have to take that. You know, people should be doing this already. You know what I mean? Like, we're not mad. I know we've been saying this for the last few years, but it's all coming to fruition now. You know what I mean? Like, people are seeing it for what it is now. You know.
But we've been showing it, Paul. Like, that's why we send over videos, like, so that people can see, well, this is what's happening in the other European countries, and it's coming here. Like, I feature a lot of videos in relation to England because I keep saying, look at England. This is what's coming here, right? You look at all these vape shops opening, right? Who's the target audience there? All these sweet shops. Who's the target audience?
Kids.
It's not
Kids.
60-year-old people or 70 or 80. It's all children. They want young people in there. Are we going to see now the offset of what was going on over there in, you know, in England with the grooming gangs? Because that's what's going to be coming here.
Yes, I think that girl still is in in care. Yeah. I'm at getting 2 videos in from City West, which has just happened in the last 2 minutes.
Okay.
So there's one guy getting battered and thing. Let's play this.
Whoever he is well good money.
It's about 10 of them on the one person.
One fella there. Go to smelly ratty bastards.
10 of them bashing one fella there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just play that again. 10 of them bashing one.
Whoever he is well good money.
It's about 10 of them on the one person.
One fella there. Go to smelly ratty bastards.
That's disgusting now. That is disgusting. Like, if there's 10 of them on one man there, like, he's doing nothing. He's going nowhere. He's no threat.
Yeah.
The
But
same
neither
way
was
as that
Matt who was
lady
standing
was
against the
no
wall.
threat.
Neither was your father that was pepper sprays. Do you know what I mean?
It's true, yeah. It's true. Yeah. There's another one there. It's 1 minute and 48. We'll come back in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard that in there now in the last. Yeah,
There's another. Can you play that guy? See him? It's about a 17-year-old girl. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I'll play that now.
Yeah.
We come back and talk. But I'll play it now in a minute. But that's what's going on up in City West now. They're going around slaughtering people.
Yeah.
There's no live streams. I haven't got a live stream. Jesus. Who's live? Is anyone live in City West? I'm just looking here. There's no lives. Yeah. That's it there. Just have the yoke up. 5 men were charged with various offences following unrest and rioting. They are accused of offences in West Dublin on Tuesday night. Yeah. They made sure they got their pictures, and anyway, fair play to them. But yeah, I'll play that UK one now. Let's go.
You're not going to believe this one. A teenage girl, just 17, walking home from work in Swindon, nearly dragged off the street by a man who never should have been here in the first place. 27-year-old Abdulmawal Ibrahim Adam followed her, tried to grab her, and started pulling her across the road. She screamed. Thank God for the people on that bus who saw what was happening. They jumped out and stopped him. Without them, this could have ended in absolute tragedy. Now he's admitted attempted kidnap, but here's where it gets even worse. He's been refusing to leave his cell, refusing to get on the prison bus, ignoring the system completely, like the rules don't apply to him. And I've got to ask, why was he even here in the first place? How many warnings, how many red flags, how many cases like this before somebody in power wakes up? We keep being told compassion, fairness, human rights. Fine, but what about our rights? What about the rights of that girl just walking home from work? When did we decide that protecting criminals mattered more than protecting the public? This isn't complicated. If you break the law, if you endanger people, if you've got no right to be here, you go back. Simple as that. Because the way things are going, it's ordinary people, our daughters, our families, paying the price for a system that's lost control. And that's not justice. That's madness. Light up the comments and follow for more news, views, and uncomfortable truths.
That guy's over on TikTok and he's really good. Like,
Brilliant.
You know,
I
really
played a couple of his things last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm always showing his stuff because it's great, because again, it's really highlighting what's going on over in the UK, which is coming here. We're just behind the UK.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, again, there's another 17-year-old girl, and only that she was saved by those people on the bus. We know what was going to happen to her. Her life destroyed if she wasn't murdered.
But the shocking thing is, we don't know how many times this has happened before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of girls and women out there don't even report when things happen to
they're
them.
told not to report it. They're told by the Gardaí not to report it. We won't do this, we won't do that. And listen, it was this, it was that.
Yeah.
Garda have signal blockers up in the chopper. That's why you're not getting a live stream. Okay, thanks for that, lads.
No, probably, yeah.
Paul, will you play that again, please? Which one do you want me to play?
Is it that one? I couldn't even make out what was going on in it.
He was getting smashed by battens, Orla. That's what he was getting smashed by.
Because all the stuff was coming up and down it. I couldn't even.
Yeah, but you can still hear him getting smashed. No, you can still hear him getting smashed. I'm going to play it again. That was Town, yeah. That was from last year. Somebody just sent me in a thing. An old man in Town. That was last year, or that was 2 years ago at the riots.
Nice, okay.
Yeah.
I sent you on Mick the Git if you want to play him.
Yeah, I have him there. Hang on. Yeah, public order unit. Gardaí have deployed the public order unit on mounted units and pushed back protesters from the accommodation centre at City West in Dublin as tensions start to rise. Fireworks have been thrown at Gardaí after hundreds of people gathered in the area. Garda Commissioner Justin Kelly has warned against further public order and promised a robust response to any violence. Around 2,000 people attending a demonstration last night outside the facility housing international protection applicants. A number of hooded and masked protesters hurled missiles at the Gardaí and vandalised a Lewis stop and set a Garda van on fire. 5 men have been arrested. Oh, hang on. This is RTA, so. Just taking a minute for this thing to load. I have no problem believing that's the guards. Please don't be naive. This is what we're dealing with. Yeah, you're right. Derek Mousey, right, brilliant footage from last night. Yeah, I seen Mousey there last night, I did. The poor young lad crying. Yeah, disgusting. Thanks, Paul and Orla, and the true patriots in comments. Canine time. Looks out for each other. Look out for each other. Blessed be the speed of light and good bad. Like, sub, share. Good night. God bless there. Steady. Take care, mate. Yeah. Very good podcast. No, this is not playing for me for some reason. But it's RT8. This is live. He's not playing. He must know I hate them. That's probably why it won't play. The Gardaí can't possibly be pleased with the consent of public anymore. It's over. The country we grew up in is gone. Yes. Siobhan lived through it. Bastards. Yeah. Maybe it's time to organise a non-peaceful march. Look what good it done having all the peaceful marches. Well, there's a non-peaceful march last night, wasn't it? That's what they turned this into. They turned this into a non-peaceful march last night. That's what they do. They did this on the people from the north for years. Of course, it's the Garda. Of course it is, yeah. Paul, we need action now. We do. What was that? He did. He got pepper sprayed for it. Hope he's okay now. Okay. Paul, we need action now. I agree with you, mate. I agree with every one of you. We do need action now. So let's get talking, people. You know what I mean? It's no good somebody calling it and not everybody helping out and putting it out there. You know what I mean? You know, there's only so much one person can do. You know what I mean? And it's not easy. You know what I mean? So yeah, Jesus, people, up to 1,400 there now. Fair play to everyone.
Nice.
Happy days. Again, if you want to buy us a coffee, please do.
Buy me a bummer.
Hitting 1,400 there. Yeah, 1,400. Fair play to everyone. Thanks very much. And I know Phil had a live on tonight, so I don't know how that went.
But did it not say his phone was taken?
I was, yeah. I have the Irish gift there. Yeah, I have this one here, Orla.
And I also want to discuss about the flu shots. So I want to highlight something.
No problem on it.
Because I know where we're coming to an end soon.
Yeah. Well, what are we? We're a whole T7. Jesus, got the flying in tonight. Wow.
I know.
That's mad. Share screen. Go with the git.
Good man, the git.
Tell me if we have sound.
Low IQ justification comments. How many women, children, etc. have been raped, murdered by someone Irish over the past month? I didn't see one riot or outrage then. This is just pure racism and scumbags looking for an excuse to be the dirt humans they really are and try to hide. At Mick Braz, why is nobody rioting in Waterford? Waterford man 39 jailed for sexual abuse of young girl. At work this morning I also heard Pat Kenny on News Talk reading out a text. Well, why aren't they rioting when it's white Irish people committing these crimes? Great point, he said. Really? You don't know the difference between a crime that's fully preventable, no? Any crime that's committed by one of these asylum scammers, a new to the parish, someone with a deportation order, it's preventable. It's fully preventable because they shouldn't be in the country. I said this in a reply to Red Kev. The crime at City West was fully preventable. Do you know the difference? There is always one low IQ child rape apologist. We have our own homegrown scumbags, so it's justified. And that's what these people try and do. They try and justify these heinous crimes. And they're so predictable with their responses too. Well, so you're just a racist. And just so we're all clear, it's the big bad far-away far-right bogeyman that wants a tougher justice system, tougher sentencing for all criminals, no matter their race, their ethnicity, or whether they're tucked their John Thomas between their legs and called themselves Susie. So the low IQ types now understand the difference between a fully preventable crime, a crime because of government failings and policies, a crime that's collateral damage for a year, Ireland for all utopia, and a homegrown crime.
Good man, Mick. You're muted.
The flare has just had a sentence. Another fruitless batting charge. Guardian must be twirling at this point. We spoke to two officers on the scene who stated they fully support the protesters and are disgusted at being posted at police protests. Yeah, let's see how this goes. It's only 15 seconds long, so I know we're going with this tonight, people, but listen, it's the news. It's what's going on.
You're muted again, Paul.
Sorry, I'm not going to show any more of them there. It's just, listen, we know what's going on. The police are doing, it's just batting charge after batting charge after batting charge. Like, it's gone ridiculous. City West mad at the minute. POU battering anyone and everyone. Be safe. Yeah, there's no lives out there. John Malloy also asked him to plug the 25th as well. Yeah, I'm going to plug it there now in a minute. I am, yeah. Everyone can come out there on the 25th for the lockdown. I'm just going to see how I still got it here. I'll add it here anyway. And then here. Where did I put it? I think it was just Chairman Malloy, was it? I had it somewhere. I don't know where I bleeding kept it. Somebody sent me in the video. I don't know whether that's it or not. Is this it?
This is our Irish tricolour. September the 17th on our rally.
Oh, that's an old one. Boy, I've still got that in there. Sorry, John, I'll find it now in a minute. I thought I had it there. I thought I saved it from the other night. Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. We'll go with it in a few minutes. But yeah, it's on Saturday, the day after the presidential rally in every town, the national shutdown. We need to shut down from 12 o'clock in every major town and city in the country. There's a lot of people on board. So please, people, get out and do that and help us out to stop. In your area, get out there and stop. Police came, knocked on door, Romanian woman hid. They never even took statement from me and just left. Okay. It gives the Garda Public Order Unit something to do and justify Drew Harris's purchase of the water cannon. Yeah. I wouldn't call the guards even if my house got burgled. I just warn my neighbours, don't want them near my house. Spoil your votes, people. Yeah, that's what we're going with as well, the spoil your votes. You have nothing to apologise for. The Irish need to focus and stop scrolling. Please keep the emphasis on Ireland. Yeah, I agree. The Vikings had a great settlement there. Okay. I have one here for your mate. What's his name? Yeah, go on, I'm going to play this.
What?
This happened today. Gardaí launched probe into alleged assault of female child, a girl, at City West.
Sorry, I don't know why it stopped. But listen, we know all about the child now, so.
No, actually, that video, no, play that video because there's more to it afterwards. It's actually quite good.
Okay.
This happened today. Gardaí launched probe into alleged assault of female child, a girl, at City West Hotel. This City West Hotel, in case people don't know, is full of foreigners, and the Irish government have spent more than 148 million of your money to turn it into permanent accommodation for foreigners. Around 150 million, and one of these has just assaulted a child. And look at this post I found from 3 days ago. So this was posted 3 days ago, and an assault happened today. Our new friends from the City West Hotel drinking on the grounds of our primary school yesterday. On Garda Síochána had to move them. Callan and Jim, this is not acceptable in our small village. First comment, I'm afraid it isn't just in your area that there's a group of men outside my son's preschool every day smoking weed and hanging around. They posted this 3 days ago. Today, a young girl was assaulted, and the government is spending hundreds of millions of your money to allow this to happen. Just last week, a Somalian killed a Ukrainian teenager. Another foreigner brought in through this asylum scam who went and killed someone. We have foreigners drinking on schoolyards and then assaulting children. I don't know what I can say. I can show people this. I can show people this is happening, and it continues. More millions will go towards it today, and for what? How does it benefit Ireland? Why are we doing this? Why can't people have the balls just to say we don't want it? Send them all back, close the whole system, arrest those that allowed it to happen. Roger O'Gorman put out a tweet in Somali asking people to come here. He promised the people within 4 months they'd have their own door accommodation. Imagine putting out a tweet in Somali saying, if you come here, in 4 months we'll give you a free house, a free apartment. And we're going to pretend as if our politicians shouldn't be arrested for that. They are directly responsible for it. They should be tried and they should be thrown in jail. And this whole system should be shut down. And the millions that are going towards this should go towards Irish people, towards childcare, better schools, better hospitals. How about building more houses? Instead, they're paying to have migrants drinking on school playgrounds to touch your child, and that's supposed to be acceptable.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah. But like, look at the money. Like, do you know, it was what was it, 148 million that was paid for that hotel? Like, do you know what I mean? It's absolutely ridiculous. Do you know?
I just want to play a video from last night as well. That my good friend Fer.
Actually, hold on a second. I just want to just before you play that video, I just want to correct something. Somebody just messaged me about the incident in Kilkenny, because somebody had messaged me and saying, "Oh, they thought this was the school," but I don't think it is a school. I think that school is from Mead. So I've just removed that, but I've kept the post itself because the incident definitely happened in Kilkenny, because a man who lives in Kilkenny told me about it. But I think who sent me in the report for the school, I think it's because the scene in Loretto, they must have thought it was a different Loretto. But that report said on the 17th of October that a man approached a girl, a student. So, like, is that another incident?
Another incident, yeah. Another incident.
Like, even if it's in a different county, that's still from a couple of days ago. That's another incident. And again, they're just saying a man. Well, is the man Irish? Is he foreign?
This is a good point from Sean Mack there. All security guards are Somalis. They are. Nearly everyone, no matter what shop you go into, they're Somalians. I'm going to play this from Ferg and we come back and talk.
Just trying to get home here, folks. Look, this is where our taxpayer money's going. Don't let people get down their roads. Have all the road blocked off. You won't let us get down into our cars. Gobshites.
This was Philip as well from last night, I'd say.
Just trying to get home. Look, all the battens thrown and got a threat here. Fucking scumbags.
This is it. There's no threats to them. So why do you bash people that there's no threats to them? Is that just to shut them up, like, you know? People need to share and like the stream and let people know what's happening in our country. Most haven't a clue. Unbelievably. Yeah, I agree. Eamon, watching from Harmonstown, Dublin 5. Hello to Paul and Orla, and good evening, everyone. How are you, Eamon? How's things, buddy? Yeah. The bunch of government should be jailed. They should be jailed. And they know if any of us do get in there, that's the first thing that will be happening. Ireland is riddled with traitors. They call us wasters. We're the real Irish. We could bring this to a stop in an instant with proper coordination. Stop the money. I agree.
Well, you see, if everything wasn't handed out to them for free, they wouldn't be here. They're coming because of everything they're given. Between the free medical cards, the free housing, free money, free healthcare, free education, free college places. That's why they're coming here.
Yeah, just Gary McGregor there. Coolock stood strong, and that smelly iPad centre never happened on the Malahide Road. Time to take our country back. Enough is enough now. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. Fair play, Ferg. Yeah. Yeah. Have we left? Well, a few minutes left. Yeah. You've played all them. I have okay, you wanted to talk about
the flu shots. So I have a couple of things there. A Cleveland study, which is very interesting.
Yeah, hang on. Orla, Cleveland study. Okay.
And then there's another one there on the cheek of them over the blood clots from AstraZeneca.
Here we go with the flu shots first. There's the writing there. A bombshell study. The Cleveland Clinic just dropped a preprint showing the 2024-2025 flu shot had 27% negative efficacy among healthy working age adults. Yes, negative. Doesn't work, people. I'm telling you now.
27% higher. And look at that. If you zoom in, the blue is the vaccinated and the red is the unvaccinated. So you can see the vaccinated have a higher chance of getting the flu than the unvaccinated. What is the point of giving a flu shot then?
There's no point. But I've been saying this for years.
Yeah.
The COVID shot came out. Listen, people know what happened in Italy. Like there was a new flu shot given out in Italy in 2019. And that's where all the deaths came from along there. All them people that died were 80, 90 or 100 years of age who have been living off the land and eating lovely tomatoes and olive oil. And they were the picture of health, them people. You know what I mean? And that's where they got. Do you remember they showed us all the coffins and everything coming out of it?
Yeah, I know.
This, that, and that's where they got them. What's in the flu shot? Oh, Thimerosal, hydrocortisone, cetriolethamine aluminium.
Move on to the next one. It's all right.
bromide, polysorbate 20, polysorbate 80. So does that mean there's polysorbate 100 in it? You add them together. Baculovirus and cellular DNA. Cellular DNA. Gelatin, sodium deoxycholate, canine kidney cell protein and DNA, triton X100, egg protein, gensamicin sulfate, formaldehyde,
which is used to preserve dead bodies.
Yeah, neomycin. Is neomycin not toxic? Is that not? That is toxic. That's like a. Wow, guys.
Well, cellular DNA most commonly refers to cell-based DNA. Really? DNA of what? What's that DNA coming from? Cell-based. Which is the genetic material found within the nucleus of... Can't even pronounce that. Also it's fragments of DNA including it's circulating in the blood. So, lovely. DNA of what? So that's in it as well. Marvellous.
Yeah.
So this is something I've spoken about before in relation to shedding. And I have said before that I know a young girl that if she is in close contact to somebody who has recently taken, we'll say, the COVID shots, right? She would end up with these horrific nosebleeds, including clots. And I've seen this myself. It's horrendous. And it normally happens within a day or two of being in close contact with somebody who's taken the shots. Now, generally, this was only happening when she was around people who took Pfizer or Moderna, because they're the mRNA, okay?
Yeah.
This happened when she was in contact with people who took of girls who took the HPV and who also took the booster. Now, both came out on the same day in the secondary schools. So they didn't know whether, which one it was, because obviously they were given out on the same day. So it was either the HPV or it was a 3-in-1, right? But on Friday, the flu nasal shot came in. And this girl ended up getting the nosebleeds with the clots the day after. And she only gets that when she is around a shot that has the mRNA in it. So to me, that means that they have changed the flu shot and it is not what it used to be. So people, do your research.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, they're not letting anyone know. Like, any change, how do we know what changes they're making to these shots? What they're putting into them, what they're not? Like, do people know what they're getting when they're taking these shots? No, they don't, because there's no proper informed consent, which we've spoken about on many occasions. But if they've gone and added that mRNA in, people don't know that. But this only happens to this girl when she's around people who have taken an mRNA shot.
Yeah, John Flynn has actually probably played that video. Which video, John? Which one did you send me? Alan Krogan. How are you doing, brother?
Hey, Alan, how are you?
Doing, mate? How's things, mate? I don't know what one you're talking about, I want to be honest with you. The Lumen, the guy to take the frustrations out. I had that one. Yeah, let me see.
Did you play something belonging to her?
Hold on there. Is this the Andrew Tate one, is it? Is that the Andrew Tate one? Let me just pull her up there for a minute. I think I did see this. This is a good one. Just bear with me.
However, funny enough, Andrew Tate, of course.
Okay, this is Keir Starmer. It's a bit long. But Keir Starmer. Do we need to be talking about Starmer? Yeah, I'm not finding that John Malloy, what you call it, the John Malloy video to play again. It's gone off my system for some reason. So,
hold on, let's see, do I have it?
Yeah. Okay, so we were talking about this, the vaccine, not vaccines yet. We're talking about vaccines here. Naomi Wolf, was it?
No, the next one is in relation to the blood clots from AstraZeneca and them lying about them. Okay. And bear in mind, AstraZeneca has come out and said it, same as Johnson, and they've been removed from the market. This is just
this gobshite.
Yeah,
this is
I know,
this Dr. Blade and Hillary Dilly
Jones, isn't it?
Yeah, clown. Okay, let's go with that then. Yeah.
Is the evidence, and is this causation, correlation, just a coincidence, or a serious cause for concern?
It's almost certainly a coincidence.
Unfortunately, more countries in the EU seem to be losing confidence, if just temporarily, in the jab. Germany, France, Italy have all halted rollouts of the vaccine. Other smaller EU countries had already done the same thing. But when you've got countries of that scale saying, joining the concern, where does this leave the vaccine?
It is extraordinary because whilst those individual countries and their regulatory bodies are saying, let's just pause and have a precautionary look at the data, other people, all the clinical trials, the European Medicines Agency, our own MHRA, the WHO, 17 million people who've been vaccinated in Europe and in the UK, all the data shows that there's no causal link, no evidence at all that these blood clots are related to the vaccination. Yeah, I wouldn't say links, because that suggests that there is a link.
You've got 17 European countries who are saying that there's a link, and that's why I
there's 17 million jabs given in the EU, and you've got reports of incidental blood clots, which happen anyway.
They haven't confirmed there's any link yet.
No, absolutely. So it's really important to say that the European Medicines Agency, our own regulatory agency, 17 million people who've had jabs, all the clinical trials, the World Health Organization is saying we can't see any evidence whatsoever that the blood clots that we see all the time anyway are related to the AstraZeneca jab or any other jab. And I stand by what I said yesterday, that I suspect that by the end of this week, those European countries that have temporarily, as a precaution, halted one batch of AstraZeneca being given, and in some countries all batches, I think that'll be rescinded and lifted, and I think they'll be very grateful to have the AstraZeneca vaccine.
People under 30 will be offered an alternative to the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine amid some evidence linking it to rare blood clots.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
He's another one that needs to be on the hit list. Unbelievable.
He's gone.
And these two shots have been like, AstraZeneca, which is the one that was responsible for the death of Roy Butler. No, sorry. Johnson & Johnson. It was Johnson & Johnson. But the two of them caused blood clots and have been taken off the market. And he blatantly sat there and lied to the people.
That's what they do.
What's better after 50, but gym or Tai Chi?
That's
One Bill Tigo, the other River.
That's a guy talking about Tai Chi after 50. Need to start doing a bit of Tai Chi yourself.
Go back there.
What?
Got a text yesterday for 77. Fair play to you, Catherine. But there's no need. Why are they giving nasal flu shots to children? There's no need for it. Nobody healthy should be getting a flu shot. There's no need for it. And now these studies have come out saying you're 27 times more likely, or 27%, sorry, more likely to get the bloody flu after getting the shot. Like, what's the point?
Yeah. 2:01.
Night, Daniel.
Night, lads. Night, Daniel. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm going to play.
Send you over John's thing.
John Hill. Yeah, grand. I'm going to play this Naomi Wolf one now. This is for.
Oh, yes.
And then I'm going to play the Andrew Tate video. Okay.
It's
a few minutes long. So here's Naomi.
The centerpiece of the Pfizer papers is an intentional attack on human sexuality, and especially on women and babies. They killed the babies and they knew it. They poisoned the breast milk and they knew it. They damaged the placentas and they knew it. They lowered the sperm count and they knew it. They have a chart of the babies they're injuring. They have a chart of the women's menstrual cycles that they're disrupting. They concluded that babies were dying in utero due to maternal exposure to the vaccine. And this is the document that went to Dr. Walensky, and then she gave a press conference saying, you've got to, get a vaccine, a COVID vaccine, before, during, or after your pregnancy. So this is satanic, right? This is satanic on a massive level. And you look at Orla and you look at, the fact that they knew they were doing this, which if you read the Pfizer papers, you cannot conclude otherwise. And this 13 to 20% drop in live births. So I guess what I'm trying to say is they tried to kill us. They tried to wipe us out. They tried to sterilize us. A lot of people died. There's going to be horrible struggles with fertility, but we survived and the truth came out.
She is absolutely brilliant. I must have been getting an echo there because. Yeah.
Actually, do you know what? Just above that is another liar, as in von der Leyen. It's only 29 seconds.
I have that there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that there.
The WEF.
Where did I?
It's all about the digital currency.
Yeah. Okay.
Key industries: cars, chemicals, steel, pharmaceuticals, defense, agriculture. In each sector, the message is the same.
No, it's very low. I can't hear it either. It's
Oh,
very,
all right.
very
Oh,
low.
maybe you had it. All right.
Let me just see here. Let me see, is it any louder playing it from here?
Mm.
It might be. Very low. No, it's very low.
Right. Well, then, do you want to just read
Mm.
the bit underneath it attached to it? Because that's just
Yes.
what you're talking about.
She turned around and said, Ursula von der Leyen, we must roll out digital euro and EU's new CBDC to protect jobs. It's not some miraculous coincidence that digital ID and CBDCs are being implemented in lockstep across the entire Western world using different pretexts. That's how you can be sure that these policies are being dictated by your so-called democratically elected leaders, by unelected technocrats at the supranational level. Yeah, supranational level. Like, this has been implemented by all the billionaires. That's who's implementing this. You
And
know
this
what I
one
mean?
is unelected. Unelected.
Listen, there's going to be a crash in the next couple of months. There's definitely going to be a crash in the next couple of months. The dollar's on its knees. They're trying to sell this.
Actually, underneath that, I sent you over Una McGurk. I think that's just a tweet, so that won't take long. And I think that's everything covered pretty much tonight.
Mm. Is this a video? Denmark is fighting AI. Is that the one?
Yeah, it's a Denmark thing. If it is, it's only very short anyway.
Okay, cool. It's 2 minutes.
Oh, is it? Well, how long is the
Video.
Or Andrew, whatever his name is, Starmer one?
That's 8 minutes. So yeah, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Don't worry. We'll be grand. I'll get a cup of tea into me. A cup of, yeah. For the after show. Okay.
Okay, finally a country is standing up to the beast. This is huge, you know. Denmark have just passed a law giving every citizen copyright over their face, their voice, and their body. This means no company, not even an AI corporation, can use your likeness without your permission. Finally, you know. I mean, let's admit it, the UK right now is racing to hand its data, its biometrics and its digital identity to these big tech companies, whilst Denmark over here are drawing the line in the sand, you know. They said your image belongs to you, your voice belongs to you, and your data, your body data is yours. You know, not the governments, not the corporations, and not the algorithms. I mean, just think about it. They have been scanning our faces, you know, through cameras, cloning our voices through deep fakes, training AIs on our emotions. You know, they've got speech patterns coming through the phones and online behavior being monitored every single scroll. Every selfie, every word that you speak into your phone has been data for the system. And Denmark have just said no, not anymore. I mean, we should follow suit to this, shouldn't we? We should definitely be owning our own data and our voices and our identities, you know, because if we don't own our data, then we don't own ourselves, you know. This isn't about privacy, it's about personhood. So here's the question, beautiful people. If Denmark can do this, right? If they can stop the beast, why can't every country? Why are we all being pushed into this facial scan, voice verification, digital ID new system, you know? They don't protect us. This movement from Denmark right here should be a world headline, you know, a spark of hope in a world that's sleepwalking into this AI digital control. So yeah, drop your thoughts in the comments. Should we genuinely all be following suit with Denmark right now? We need to own our own data, or the system is going to own us. But obviously, for the sensory reasons, this was just for entertainment, and I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
Just thinking, so you have that. They went against the EU Immigration Pact. Does anyone know how much a ticket is to Denmark? Maybe a one-way ticket. Might be safer over there. You're muted.
Yeah, Denmark as well were in with the Dublin Treaty. They could send people home and they didn't have to take them in and this, that, and the other.
But sure, us in Ireland were the only two. They didn't have to go along with it. But of course, our share of muppets will do whatever they're told by the European Union, or the EU.
At least the dog didn't steal your weed. Ha ha ha. Yeah, someone's M&M's got robbed. Look,
Get the M&M's back off the dog. They're poisonous.
I hope you have peanut ones. I like peanut M&M's.
No.
Love peanut M&M's. I love peanuts.
I don't like nuts and chocolate.
Look, honey roasted nuts.
You are nuts.
I love honey nuts. But yeah. Okay, the English. What's this saying? The English Undertaker on YouTube. John Looney spoke about enabling bodies and finding lungworm like strings in their arteries. Government closed them down. Interview on YouTube. He had samples. Yeah, I know. We played John stuff all the time. I must start playing a bit more again. You can't leave now. You can't leave now, Orla. Yeah, okay. No, I know.
Listen, I'm Meta Hardy stuff. I don't even wear jackets.
Yeah, they wear peanut ones. I love peanut ones. Oh.
Get the chocolate off the dog.
I'm so pissed off the corruption in Ireland. Their politicians are destroyed. Okay, I'm going to play this Andrew Tate one. This is about immigration as well. He does talk a lot of truth now, I have to say. I know people say he's this, that, and the other, but hey, listen. I'm going to mute myself here.
Will you put that to the full screen?
That is the full screen.
No, but did you say it's nearly 10 minutes, is it?
It's 8 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll take you off now in a minute. Yeah, just give me a thumbs up if you have sound, right?
Or summed it up pretty well. Now, I know, of course, in my audience, some people like him, some people don't like him. Either way, have a listen to this, and this will sum up our government's agenda when it comes to the invasion of the Third Worlders.
I'm going to make the entire world make sense to you. I'm going to oversimplify some things, but I'm going to explain what's going on because you're confused as to why our politicians seem so evil, corrupt, and inept. So let me explain it to you. The people with the money control the politics. Most of you understand that. Politics is simply money. Lobbying, media, all this crap is owned by very, very rich people, and they basically decide who gets to be in power. The people with the money for the longest time understood they could make more money if they improved the lives and improved the quality of Western society. By improving Europe, improving America, improving the standard of living for the constituents of these countries, they could make more money. But like all things, the pendulum swings. And it got to the point where people got a little bit lazy. They wanted health care. They wanted to only work certain hours. They wanted good living conditions. And one day, the rich people woke up and realized, wait, we can make more money now by destroying Western civilization. We don't make more money by making it better because the people in the West now are very decadent. And they've started to pay a lot of attention. And they start to do these investigations. And they've started to notice how corrupt everything is. And they're starting to notice how much money we're stealing. You know, if we could just replace all of them with third worlders don't complain about governmental corruption, ever. So if we're corrupt, we don't want Westerners with law degrees looking up what we're doing. We want a whole bunch of third world slaves in the country because they're not going to pay attention to all the money that goes missing.
Ditch all your old reading glasses and sunglasses. This is the only pair you'll ever need. Developed by a renowned German optical lab and NASA engineers, these autofocus glasses require no vision test. They adjust from -7 to +7 diopters, providing crystal clear vision whether you're checking your phone or enjoying the view. Outdoors, they transform into chic sunglasses in just 3 seconds, blocking 100% of glare. Made from aerospace-grade titanium, they weigh only 7 grams, so light you'll barely notice them. Comfortable and stable for any face shape, they stay put even during intense activities. Block 99.9% of blue light, protecting your eyes from screen strain all day. Try them risk-free for 14 days with a full refund if not satisfied. Offer ends in 2 hours. Grab yours now.
On top of that, all markets can be longed and short. You can make a bet on basically anything on the planet that's going to go up or that's going to go down. You have heads and tails on the coin. It is much easier to make something go down than make something go up. So if you flip a coin, heads or tails, well, that's 50-50, right? But if I said to you, I have to make a bet, I have to bet billions of dollars on the UK getting better or the UK getting worse. Well, if I bet on it getting better, I now have a whole bunch of work to do. I have to make it a better place. Do you have any idea how difficult that is? But if I bet on it becoming a worse place, well, that's easy. Very easy to make it worse. You just leave it as it is. And bore a bunch of people who don't really like the place. Stoke civil tensions with the media. Make the prices of everything go up a little bit so people are angry and poor. Done. My bet pays off. I get rich. So the people who are in charge of the global capital, and these people have power everywhere, and these people live a good life everywhere. They're not worried about Europe falling apart because they have a beautiful mansion in Ghana. They have armed security in Bangladesh. They don't care. They're fine everywhere they go. They've sat there and thought, okay, we can make a lot more money by destroying the West than improving it. In fact, it's got to the point where improving the West doesn't make us any money at all because those lazy Westerners and their standards of living and they're paying too much attention and they notice too much. This is really annoying. Let's just destroy everything and benefit off the chaos. The reason you can know they're doing this is because they were doing this in the second and third world while improving the first world. When Europe was improving and America was improving, they were looting Africa and looting all these second and third world nations. Some countries always been getting screwed so another country can do well. There's two sides to the coin. And it's basically inverted. Instead of destroying Africa, instead of destroying India and destroying the Middle East and saying, let's destroy these places so Europe can do well, they've decided, let's destroy Europe so Middle East can do well. If you had to place a bet, a $10 million bet on a country like it was a racehorse, and you had to bet on the United Arab Emirates or the UK, and in 10 years from now, you're going to measure all the metrics and see which countries improved the most, which one you're going to bet on. And you're not even a professional. You're not even a banker. You're not even somebody who can actually affect it and make it happen. Not only can they make the bet, they can then affect that bet. They can bet on the Middle East, they can bet against Europe, and they can make sure their bet pays off. And these are the people with the money, and these are the people who choose your politicians. So when your politicians seem to be destroying the country on purpose, and you sit there and go, why is the politician destroying the country? He works for us. Doesn't he want the country to be good? Doesn't he want the country to do better? Well, the answer to that is no, he doesn't work for you. He works for the rich people who put him there, and the rich people want the country to be worse. So that's why it's getting worse. None of this is accidental. There is no such thing as accidentally not having a border and allowing unchecked migrants to turn up and paying for them all to come. There's no such thing as accidentally screwing over your veterans while giving houses to people who have never even lived in the country. There's no such thing as accidentally letting knife crime run rampant or accidentally letting violent criminals out of jail over and over again. This is not an accident. And to put it down to some degree of stupidity and that it's ignorance and that the woke left mob and they have left woke judges who accidentally let the murderers out, that is optimistic because the truth is far worse. The truth is this: the people who are actually in charge of the world have decided to enact a controlled demolition of Western society. It is purposeful. They have decided on purpose to destroy the Western world. They've decided to destroy our way of life. They've decided to destroy everything we grew up with and believe in and know. They've decided to destroy it. It's done on purpose. And they've done it so they can get more money and more power. Because once they turn the first world into the third world, they then become rulers over the third world. And the third world rulers have real power. Think about this. I could talk about this forever. Does Keir Starmer have real power? I mean, can he walk around and randomly point at someone in the street and say off with his head? No, he can't. But in Saudi Arabia, they can. In lots of countries, they can. In Indonesia and Bhutan, whatever. A leader can say, get him, and that's it. So the first world leaders who have been put in place by these oligarchs, this shadow government of money, understand that if they collapse everything, if they replace everyone with third worlders and rebuild it back up, not only do they get a lot richer, they get a lot more powerful. And anybody who understands the world understands that the number one thing people with money and power want is more money and more power.
There you go. I mean, that's a good explanation. That would make sense on what's currently going on.
My mic is back on now. No. It is true what he says. It brings you back to what I was talking about, George Soros and everything earlier on, and how they are bringing in these migrants. You know what I mean? This is all... Tate is talking... Watch this. Tate is talking like what's happening in Ireland right now. The whole Western society. He's spot on regardless of what you think of him. Yeah, I said that myself. You know? Tell it myself. Just trying to fix me. You round there. Well, I think that's us, Orla.
Yeah, we got through everything tonight.
I could hear you talking down there. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think that's all we have, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we've got through everything.
We've got through everything there tonight. You sent me over the John Malloy thing. I bet that.
Oh, yes, that was the last thing. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a Facebook reel, so let's. Just move this over here.
I'm just laughing, Paul, right? I'm just laughing,
Yeah.
like, you know, I was correcting myself earlier on. I messaged a couple of people back on Facebook, and I just thought, you know, this is why we'd never get into the doll, Paul, because imagine actually admitting when we're wrong over something and apologizing.
Yeah.
Wow, imagine that happening.
I know. It's been an emotional night, folks. You're right, it has been emotional. I'm going to just play John's thing here now, right? And listen, this is not just John's thing. This is for everyone. You know what I mean? Everyone needs to be on board with this. You know what I mean? Everyone needs to get out and do something in their towns on Saturday. Together we rise, together we stand for faith, for family, for Ireland. We the risen people of Ireland. The time is now calling everyone anti-government, all the same time, all the towns. Thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, please go to that, please. Okay. I think that's everything. I'm far from... Jesus. Okay.
What?
But no, I'm just gonna put this out again. There, did anybody see that lady getting arrested? It's just sticking in my head here. You know what I mean? That like I didn't see her. I seen her. I was standing looking across the road, but I'm sure there was people with cameras and videos there. Lads, if anyone. Now I know she's probably okay or whatever, but I'd like to make sure she is okay. You know what I mean? So if anyone knows who that woman was. But if anybody has video footage of anyone getting arrested there last night, whether it be that lady or anyone else, can you send it in to me there, please, on 089 203 1521. If you can, if you have any videos of any arrests last night, please, because I want to put them together in a compilation. So if anyone has any videos, please send them in to me. And if you can, lads, we have 1,600 in the fair play, 1,620 there watching live. Fair play. If you get a couple of coffees, I'll be able to buy Orla a Bulmers then on Friday, on Saturday, or whatever. So, yeah, if you can buy us a coffee, please do, people, because we need to.
Oh, it'll be more than one.
Keep this going. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. So, yeah. So let me just say, we finish off with a couple of comments there. Parla. Honest question. If you guys did get into the dog, would you stay loyal? Just curious. Loyal to who? Loyal to what we're fighting
to the
for?
country. I'm not selling out my
most
children.
definitely.
No way.
Most
And
definitely. Yeah.
I'll say this now, right? People want to look at who to vote for in the future. Look at behaviour. Look who was out attacking people, slandering people, going after people, abusing people, and who wasn't. So
And look who's actually putting in the groundwork. The likes of Gavin Peppers, the likes of us doing this, the likes of us outside iPad centres. Like we do a lot of work behind the scenes here as well for the country and for my children and your children. You know what I mean? So,
but the difference is, Paul, we are not ruled by money and we don't have egos.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know,
yeah, that's exactly.
And we don't. There's your difference.
Yeah,
we work.
We
hard.
would stay loyal.
We work hard because I'm not selling out my children for nobody, and no amount of money can buy me. There's your difference. And plus, how many times do I turn around and go, "Oh my God, I've made a mistake. I'm sorry. I'll correct it." Where would you ever hear that being done? That shows we're not politicians.
Yeah, actually, that's we're not politician material. Listen, I might never run again. I might just, if we can get a young enough candidate in here, I would put all my time and effort into that young candidate to get them across the line. I don't mind. I don't need to be involved in politics anymore. I'm being honest with you. I am at the minute, but I don't need to be. As I said, if we can get young candidates, we need younger candidates. You know what I mean? That's going to appeal to the Middle Ireland and the youngsters.
That's what we need, is decent people. Like, you know, I've kind of said more than likely I won't run again, but I may change my mind later on down the road. But if I don't, I'll go behind other people and I'll support them. But at the end of the day, it's not about whether a person's male, female, young, old. It's decent people we need. You know?
Yeah.
And now you see things have changed, Paul. Like the next time you run for election, you'll have all the female vote. So like there you go. You'll sail in. There won't be a bother. You know, your ballot papers have all little love hearts on them.
Good girl, well done. Right, on that note.
Oh, listen, blessed to the no, cash only. Listen, hey, I'll be down to you tomorrow.
How do I buy you a coffee? Cash only here. How do I buy you a coffee? Yeah, we'll be down that way tomorrow. Yeah, fair play to you. Thanks everyone and thing. I see it last night in all its glory. The people were incited for these fucking animals. Yes, exactly. I fought for righteousness all my life. I love Ireland. I spoke with Anthony and Cork about our children. Well, then there you go. Well, then you know we will stay true to the cause.
But
Paul is a stud. Paul is a stud. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he wishes. Look, we're all doing our best. Do you know what I mean? We're doing the best we can. You know.
Right. Well, we have to do our best now because we're nearly done over.
Where's Michael John?
Any gay vote, man. Yeah. I could get that as well.
Fanula. Would you not be voting for Paul? No, not be giving him the little love heart. Look, Paul. No.
The X on the ballot will be for kisses for Paul. Oh, you're so mad.
They'll be all sprayed with perfume and everything.
Oh, you're so nuts. Swear to God. Right, go on. I'll drop you down there. Thank you, Orla. It's been emotional. Talk to you in a minute. Thanks, everyone. It's been a great night. Fair play to everyone. And the 2.5 hours has flown in. We find out any more about 420 others was arrested yet. We know that yet. I'm off. Good night, everyone. Orla is seldom wrong but never right. Or is seldom right but never wrong. Lol, ha ha ha. You're all the good guys. Fair play to everyone. Thanks very much for everyone who has participated tonight in the comments and everything else. And as I say every night, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless. Thank you.